Here we go.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
You're not.
I'll be here if you
You're
need
not lusting after aliens tonight, Kelly. That's good. All right, we have fully explored this cluster. Alrighty. Well, I suppose we should probably start here. Sigurd's Cradle, diffuse the false signal. Why are you green? What are you green? Alright, the Skepsis system. Let's see what we got. Darwin. A mid-sized rock planet, Darwin is ironically named, being one of the worst places for life in the galaxy. Its atmosphere is punishing. Its temperature boiling, its chemical makeup toxic. Carbon monoxide and methane wrap the planet in an unyielding haze, and scans of its surface show only silicates and molten tin. Its daily thermal fluctuations lead to hurricane-level vortices, 2 at each pole, forming eyes that can be seen from orbit. Despite all this, Darwin is still used by spacers as a drive core discharge point. Hydrogen pierces the clouds in the upper atmosphere, making for a relatively benign approach. Alright, I'm not going to waste my time too much on planets that are anything less than rich. Watson. Watson is known in human media for 2 things. Its spectacular tides brought on by a large moon, and its bureaucratic snafu over which Earth nations got to settle there first. Watson is a garden world, first discovered in 2165 CE, with credit claimed by the Chinese People's Federation, the United North American States, and the European Union. The Systems Alliance brokered the infamous Reykjavik Compromise, allowing limited colonization from each coalition in cities comprised of populations from each nation. Watson itself trends colder than Earth, with a temperate zone measuring about 30 degrees latitude in either direction from the equator. Its life does not easily map to Earth's evolutionary eras. Some islands have species that resemble terrestrial placental animals, or mammals. Others are overrun by arthropods. It is estimated that at least 2 more generations of xenozoologists will be needed to properly classify all the species on the planet.
Anomaly detected.
Franklin. A large moon, Franklin retains a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide, but its desolate surface holds no signs of water or life. In order to defend Watson from the pirates of the Terminus systems, Franklin is home to 2 Alliance spaceports and naval bases capable of fielding 6 fighter squadrons each and a classified number of interplanetary ballistic missiles. Mass effect fields keep the gravity in its installations at a comfortable level for long-term living. We have an anomaly detected.
Probe launched. Probe away.
Launch detected. Report to hazard. Launch detected. Report to hazard shelters immediately. Repeat. Javelin Mark II
Launching
missile
probe.
launch detected.
Scans have found something.
Anomaly detected. Scans detect an Alliance colony defended by a Javelin Mk2 missile base. A distress signal indicates that the base is compromised by Batarians who have launched 2 missiles at the Alliance colony. Total destruction of colony is imminent. 0 probability of survivors if missile strike. Find the control panel in the Javelin Mk2 missile base. Time of impact calculated. Landing party will have 5 minutes to deactivate the missiles after shuttle touchdown. You know what this means, chat? Will Dr. Mick pull it off on the first go? Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Will I get it on the first try? So this includes, so I can't die, and I gotta complete the mission. If you're gonna, and I gotta do it on the first try. Get your votes in. Will Dr. Mick pull it off in the first go? Stop that ballistic missile launch. Who are we bringing? It seems to me that a Morden Garrus combo is probably going to be the way to go. Can't really beat him. My cousin says, thanks for caring about him. Of course. Here we go.
Major firefight here. Looks bad.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. All right, well, that's not the greatest start. Let's go. Run. We gotta haul ass, baby. Be the one true shepherd.
Enemies inbound.
Believers rise up.
Ambush. Neutralized.
Come on, Garrus. Alright, power cells. That's going to be super helpful, but I hear more gunfire, which means I don't think we're entirely clear here. We got 341. Where else are they coming from? Oh shit, that's a lot. That's a lot. I really could use those power cells that are up there. So many. Holy crap. Okay.
One down.
Fire in the hole!
One down.
Okay. Grab the power cell. Oh my god, we have like no time. Come on, boys. Power cells. Grabbed. Risky, but we need them. Arc projector is going to be huge. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
No shield.
Fry him up, Morden.
There's that one.
Oh my god, come on.
There is only one remaining kill switch code. Therefore, only one missile can be stopped. Use the kill switch code to save your selected target.
What? Missile 1 target, Spaceport Industrial District. Apply kill switch to protect Alliance interest and tactical viability, albeit at the cost of hundreds of lives in the city. Residential District. Oh my god, apply kill switch here to save the city and hundreds of lives. With the industrial area destroyed, however, this colony will no longer be viable and will have to be evacuated. Yeah, that's what we're doing, evacuate. Are you kidding me? I don't care about Alliance interests right now. We're saving the city. Get them out of there.
That should do it.
Damn Batarians.
Moving out of line of fire.
Yeah, infrastructure could be rebuilt. You kidding me? That's an easy decision. There we go. Well, that was it. That was fun. That was intense. Okay. We're off to a great start. Great start. God. All right. Crick. Known for its spectacular geysers that can be seen from orbit, Crick is a rock planet with expansive frozen oceans. Though it's within the temperature and pressure range for human habitation, its thick atmosphere is largely carbon dioxide and monoxide, making breath masks or environmental suits mandatory. The most abundant resources for exploitation are the potassium salts found in the seabeds, which fetch good prices on terraforming worlds. Come on, give me some iridium. Or not iridium, give me palladium. There we go. Crick is how my dad pronounces Greek. I have family that does that too. Crick. Gaming. When does it become bad for you? When you experience significant distress when it is not available to you, or when you have to be removed from it or do something else. Quantity of gameplay is not used as a metric in determining problematic gaming behaviors. It's what happens for a person when gaming is removed.
Probe away.
What's up, Gappy?
Launching probe.
Or if a person directly says that gaming is causing distress in their life. I mean, that certainly would constitute problematic.
Business now.
What's up, Chief? Thank you for the 18 months, friend. Pauling, a hydrogen methane gas giant. Pauling's gravitational field is believed to have cleared most of what would otherwise have been a sizable asteroid belt. The 2163 mission of the space probe Ultimate gave the inhabitants of Watson reams of data reinforcing this theory, giving the colonists an accurate count of its moons, 66, rings, moon-like ring objects, and more than 200 impact craters on the surface of its metallic core. Ultimate has since been retrieved for reuse on subsequent missions within the solar system. Kaimowitz. Named for the 21st century pioneer of groundwater remediation techniques, Kaimowitz is an impressive layer of ice over a stony metallic core. Despite its size, it has only one moon, Noah, which shares its carbonaceous composition, leading astronomers to believe it formed following a giant impact. Iridium deposits have attracted miners to the planet who must work through robots and telepresence because the planet's strong gravity. Yeah, Lady Sophine, quantity of gameplay and time spent gaming is not a metric used in how gaming disorder is defined. People incorrectly think that the amount of time people spend playing games is problematic. No, it's what happens when it's removed. I played a shitload of video games when I was in high school and college, and I did just fine. So it goes way beyond that, and it has to be for a prolonged period of time. It can't be acute. Like if you miss one homework assignment because you were playing video games, that doesn't constitute gaming disorder. If over a span of a year you're missing out on other things that are more important and various tasks of daily living are impacted and things like that, maybe we're talking closer to an issue. Wallace. An unusually small Pegasus, or hot Jupiter, Wallace was originally an extrasolar planet that entered this system and was captured by the gravity well of the G-class star Skepsis. Tidally locked, Wallace's hot side reaches temperatures over 2,500 degrees Celsius. Oh, so basically Las Vegas. While not large enough proportionate to the star to cause eclipses visible from Watson, it is easily seen at dawn or dusk and is one of the brightest objects in the sky. Neat. Let's go disable this false signal. Lena, or Cloaked, is a methane-clouded hothouse planet. Its lack of metal-rich core and significant magnetosphere allows for an easy scan, which reveals mining equipment on its surface. It can be deduced that this mining occurred within the last 5 years. Any longer, and the machines would have been worn down to nothing by the excessive heat or dust storms that have hot iron oxide. Wouldn't that reality be for any addiction? It matters whatever happens when you don't have access. It tells you it's a problem. Yes, that tends to be part of the diagnostic criteria for addictions. Yes. It is very rarely how often a thing is used. It's the sense of control a person feels over it, and the impact of not having it available.
Probe away. Probe
Ooh,
launched.
Shotgun Extra Rounds research project is available. That's huge.
Probe away.
Huge, huge, huge. Oh, this is great.
Launching probe.
Look at this. Look at this.
Probe launched.
We're just wrecking this planet for its resources. All the palladium I could possibly want. Uncle Bill, good to see you, buddy. All right, let's go to Sanctum.
I have detected an anomaly.
Sanctum is proof of the old spacer adage, just because it's called a garden world doesn't mean it's a picnic. Freezing ice storms cover the poles in temperate zones, leaving a narrow strip of habitable land at the equator. Dry but windy, this area is home to Sanctum's minimum terrestrial planet life. The planet has yet to develop land-based animals, though invertebrates grow quite large in its pelagic seas. Mining, referred to as ice cracking at anywhere but the equator, is common employment on Sanctum. The planet is rich in platinum and palladium deposits, as well as boron, which is locally used in semiconductor doping. Travel advisory. Carbon dioxide levels on Sanctum can reach 5,000 parts per million during thermal inversions. Travelers should carry a breath mask at all times and consult the Sanctum World Weather Service for warnings. Travel advisory. Piracy is at a 14-year global high on Sanctum. Visitors should take appropriate security precautions. Ooh, we got Ezo. Gimme.
I have found something.
Anomaly detected. Distress beacon detected on initial sweep is confirmed to be a fabrication set in place to lure unsuspecting ships into orbit for pirate ambush. Preliminary scans indicate that shutting down false distress beacon will stop the Blue Sun's transmission and disable their ambush site. Surface scans show Blue Sun communication signatures concentrated around a shuttle hangar bay. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Get your votes.
Ambush.
Affirmative.
Finding cover.
Enemies inbound.
Whoa. All right, that rocket trooper's got to go.
Killed that one.
Darius, get up, buddy. And go right there.
You go.
Dude, Garrus, what is the deal? Oh boy. I can't be wasting all this Medi-Gel on you, brother.
Making contact.
All right. Well, a lot of blue suns here. It's a good question, Liam, especially if we're gonna just like mop the floor with blue suns bodies. Yeah, like why not just nuke it from orbit? Other than I guess if we want to preserve resources.
A shuttle just landed outside the southern entrance. Get out there and take them out now.
Okay.
Due to concerns over employee safety, the Broadfield mining facility has been closed until further notice.
I have a feeling these guys are probably going to spawn infinitely, so I need to focus my energy over on that guy, or else this is never going to end. Man, there's so many of them, though. Here we go. Come on, Morden.
Deploying incineration tech.
Here we go.
Impressive shot.
So far, so good. I don't want to take this for granted, though. Commander's down. My bad. I didn't even notice that. Oopsie. Let's go in this door over here. Morden, watch out, buddy.
Behind us!
No, 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 no. No.
Burn through any armor.
I want to see what's in here. Don't care. That guy's gonna try to go kill Archangel. Little does he know that I got Archangel with me. And yeah, I mean, lady, I can leave him to clean house a little bit here. You know, I do a lot for these guys. See, we're good. I'm actually surprised they... Oh, shit. I'm surprised they ran back with me. There we go. What's up, Asdi? Wow, Death Stranding looks different tonight for some reason. Yeah. That's because we're a little farther out in the future. Refined iridium. Yes, please. What's going on here? This seems like a very open battlefield. That couldn't possibly be a bad thing.
We've got a major haul coming in from that dink site, boys. Move all the unsorted cargo to the mines to make room.
A big haul, huh? Interested in the answer to this as well. My mom had an awful near-death experience, and I feel like I'm just weighed down from dread every day as we work on her recovery. Wait, what's the question, Manatee? I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, is there a question there?
Whoever you are, you won't make it out of here alive.
Oh, two of them. Okay, good. This is my favorite thing ever. All right, Cora, give me a second. I will answer when I get out of this. This is a bit of a jam here. Little bit of a tough spot here. Especially if Garrus is gonna die like this. Son of a bitch. Oh my god, I'm like locked in, man. Oh. Get down. Fuck. Alright. Well, I'll answer it now. And we'll pay out the nose. Because that rocket staggered me way too bad. Okay, what's the general advice on dealing with health anxiety? I'm feeling myself becoming a bit of a hypochondriac in the last couple of years, even before COVID, and my recent cholesterol lab wasn't great, so I'm feeling rather anxious in general about my health. I'm interested in the answer to this as well. My mom had an awful near-death experience, and I feel like I'm weighed down by dread every day. So it's a tough one, because usually when people are experiencing hypochondria, they are engaging in a cognitive distortion. They're overestimating the chances that something bad's happening. Like it's a black and white expectation in a lot of ways. I think it's very important to listen to doctors and people who know what they're talking about as it relates to that. More often than not, hypochondria is about anxiety. It's not about illness. It's not about any of that stuff. It's a series of what ifs that are health related that may have some basis for existing, like in this case, having something that did happen. But it's very important to remember that just because you have one health thing happen, it does not predict that more health things will happen. And so the anxiety is a what if. What will happen if? What if I have this? What if I'm diagnosed with that? What if I do this thing? And rarely do people ever answer those questions. And I think it's important to answer those questions realistically. If I experience the symptoms of X, I will talk to a doctor. If the doctor tells me that I have X, I will engage in the treatment plan. If doctor tells me that I do not fit the criteria for X, I will trust that doctor. Like it's trusting in your future self and that you can handle whatever's going to come your way, and recognizing that like hypochondria sometimes biases people into experiencing things that they aren't actually experiencing because they're just worried about it. Like where if all of a sudden you get like a tingling in your legs, you go, "Oh my God, I have an issue with my spine," instead of just being like, maybe it's just that I have tingling. So it's more about managing anxiety than it is trying to convince yourself of anything. It's just, I have health-related anxiety. That anxiety is like any other anxiety. It's rested on the idea that there's uncertainty. And so I'm going to focus on the here and now, what I can control. Is this something that I actually want to act upon, or is this something I'm acting upon just because I'm anxious about it in a way that's excessive and more than what I would generally expect from myself? And check in with the people around you. And if the people around you that you trust say, hey, yeah, I think maybe you're being a little bit, like, I think this is more about your anxiety than it is actually experiencing something, then go with that. It's just dicey because a lot of times the hypochondria, seeking out professional guidance excessively, becomes an excessive form of reassurance seeking, and that's not particularly healthy. It can be crazy making. So treat it like any other anxiety is the best I can say. And if it becomes super detrimental to your health and you are worried about your ability to manage it in the long term, then I recommend talking to a therapist, because it can be a pretty severe anxiety. Oh God, if that blows up, I'm dead. Yep. Oh man, killing these guys.
Indeed. Simple enough.
What am I stuck on? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong keys on my keyboard. All right, and Shepard apparently can't go against that. Okay. We'll get there, chat. There we go. This is where I want to be. What's up, King? A plasticine. Good to see you. Got a lot of kings in chat tonight. Get up, fellas. There we go. Wow, Morden, stay right there, buddy. I can't believe you're safe. How's the back feeling, Doc? It's good. I woke up pain-free today, which was really nice. All right, we got it on the third try. Whoa, what is this?
Enemies inbound.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I guess that's fun. That scares us. Whoa! Get down. Oh boy.
Hold fire, Shepard.
This is nuts. Arc projector might have been more useful here. I don't have Morden. My God. Holy shit. This is not the gun I want. Okay. There we go. I just read a CDCR article dedicated to mental health. Talked about how real number here, 99% of polled COs believe if they discuss mental health, especially personal bad health, that they'd be judged or better off not bringing it up. That the department is vastly behind on promoting mental health discussion and keeps the stigma alive. Here's the question. Me knowing this ahead of my career, how would you recommend setting personal mental health boundaries knowing all that? Ooh. Honestly, that's a really tough one for me to answer, Jugger, because I don't know the specifics of like the actual, unit you're going into. Because there's going to be varying degrees of acceptance. Like, I could tell you, be open about it and talk about it as candidly as you can, but that may not actually be in your best interest. I might ask around, ask some of the people that you're going to possibly work with, like what discussions around mental health are like, how well people take to people advocating for their mental health, stuff like that. I would do some reconnaissance before I might go in there guns blazing. And I hate that that has to be my answer. But unfortunately, that's kind of the reality of it. And that, honestly, those findings don't surprise me. Which is really, it's just a shame. Client agent incoming. An agent from the prospective client arrived today. The client has asked for discretion, which raised a few red flags. On Commander Santiago's suggestion, I plan to persuade the agent to divulge the nature and location of the cargo. Prothean artifact confirmed. Well, that didn't take long. The client's agent folded under minimum pressure. Commander Santiago's hunch was correct. The client hopes to hire us to move a Prothean artifact from the dig site. With a little more pressure, the agent should gladly give up the location of the dig site itself. Took some persuasion, but the agent gave up the location of the dig site. I'm dispatching ships and men to the location now. Santiago ought to be pleased. That Prothean artifact is worth much more than we'd ever get transporting it. Well, we already found that, so. Yeah, and asking about an EAP is a great suggestion too, Scott. For sure.
That should do it.
Hell yeah. All right, knocked it out. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go see what else we got. God, there's so much. Okay. We're going to start. Let's go. We're going to start here. We're going to work our way around. Nubian Expanse. Right, Floaty? And it's like super lame considering the stuff that that Shepard's done in his life. Like, there's really just no reason for it. Alright, let's go to Cretaceous. Whoa. Noressa. Noressa is an unremarkable methane ammonia ice giant with small family of icy moons. It is likely that the Cretaceous system had additional worlds earlier in its history, but those have been swallowed by the aging giant star. Cretaceous is an elderly, metal-poor population 2-star, broadly similar to Arcturus. That's it, huh? All right. Cool. Kalabsha. Tefnut. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Tefnut is home to the Helium-3 collection and the nearest refueling facility to the Nubian Expanse's mass relay. As such, it is a major gateway to the Verge and Terminus systems and has become famous for its hospitality industry. Tefnut's motto is known throughout the galaxy: like home, only better. Visitors here can stay at expansive resort stations, watch locally produced entertainment, buy mind-affecting substances not welcome in Citadel space, and rent companionship. Resources are shipped in from Yam at substantial discounts, allowing the small space stations to have surprising luxuries such as edible arthropods and large amounts of fresh water. Sounds like a pretty nice place. Yam. With over 90% of its surface covered in oceans, Yam is a hospitable nitrogen-oxygen world, but its extremes can be quite hostile for the sapient life. The heat from its extremely long days reaches dangerous levels, ranging from 24 Celsius at night to 53 in the afternoon in the temperate zones. Hurricanes run unchecked across the oceans, with winds reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour. While there are some arthropod-like animals, the predominant life forms of life are various kinds of toxic algae blooms that stretch hundreds of kilometers across. However, other biohydrocarbon algae blooms are suitable for use as biofuel, and farming the green gold forms the backbone of Yam's economy. What's up, Farnix? Ooh, we got some Ezo.
Probe launched. Probe
Dr.
launched.
Mick, from one male therapist to another. I'm curious what your experience has been like in the profession. From what I've gathered, it's tilted quite heavily to women in this profession by a 5-to-1 ratio. I've had no problems with it. I don't mind being a guy. That helps in some cases for referrals because there are people that specifically seek out male therapists. I've had nothing but good experiences. You know, I know many men who are like in my referral pool and stuff, and I have no problem working alongside women, so yeah, for me, I haven't really experienced any adverse effects from being a guy. I think the ratio affects clients more than it affects me, right? Like, I don't need to worry so much about the ratio of, like, you know, male to female to non-binary therapists so much as clients might be more interested in that and might struggle a little bit more with that ratio, right? Like, if you're trying to find a non-binary therapist or a male therapist, that can sometimes be harder, but it doesn't really affect me specifically. Also, I'll be right back, chat. I gotta pee while we go to this next station. Thank you again for being here. I really appreciate y'all hanging out for the chill galaxy cleanup night. Be right back. Oh, that was fun. Gotta love when the flusher breaks. I fixed it.
Unlock this damn thing.
All right.
No one steals my shit.
Now that maintenance has been called, well, I didn't have to call maintenance. I was the maintenance, but that was fun. All right, what's up, Ecto? Perfect timing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you coming along with Ecto Master, who's a good friend of the stream. Hi, I'm Dr. Mick. I'm a licensed couple and family therapist. This is I am a couple and family therapist. I have a PhD in human development, and this is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games, talk about mental health, psychology, therapy, and more in an effort to destigmatize those things and bring information to people who wouldn't otherwise have it in a responsible and ethical way. We are doing a spoiler-free run of Mass Effect. We're currently in Mass Effect 2. If you don't want Mass Effect spoiled for you, please leave now. But if you do stay, please contribute to the sanctity of the blind run. This is my 10th time through the Mass Effect trilogy, but I'm playing it as if it's my first time. We are probably about 3/4 of the way through Mass Effect 2. Seriously, yeah, Sophine. Yeah, I went in there and I just kicked the flusher and it just shattered. Yeah, no. We've been having problems with that bathroom for a while, so of course it would do it while I'm streaming. Apparently the speech machine broke with the flusher. Yep. Hate to raid and run, but I've been up for around 20. Hey, do what you got to do, buddy. Thank you so much for bringing people here. I really, really, really appreciate it. And again, to all of you that are here, thanks for hanging out tonight. We're currently doing Galaxy Cleanup. Later, Jugger. Appreciate you, buddy. Knocking out side quests, exploring the galaxy. I read all the planet lore, so if you're into that, stay and hang out. George, good to see you, buddy. Also, Anonymous, I see you. Glad to have you here, friend. Triodia. A modestly sized gas giant with an icy core, Triodia's hydrogen and methane atmosphere gives it a bluish color. It has 14 moons named after Asari virtues. Alliance Bulletin. Geth have been encountered in the Hecate system. All civilian traffic is prohibited. Yikes. Kerr. A dry, desolate planet, Kerr is temperate but supports little life above the microscopic level. Its Earth-like temperatures and gravity make it an appealing place to build habitation hideaways, attracting Batarian slavers and criminals who can't afford more luxurious safe houses on other planets. Its forgiving nitrogen-helium atmosphere makes EVAs possible with minimal amount of equipment. A breathing mask and warm clothing is usually sufficient. Mining and other legitimate activities are few and far between on Kerr. The planet's crust is largely free of precious metals, instead producing kilometers upon kilometers of dolomitic, limestone, calcite, and gypsum. Alliance Bulletin. Geth have been encountered in the Hecate system. All civilian traffic is prohibited. I don't know if you saw my message, but I predicted only 3 deaths total this run. I've already met that limit. So let's try to keep Shepard alive. I'll do what I can, man.
Probe away.
No promises. Game's hard. I am playing on Insanity. For anybody who's here who has not watched me play this, I think the cool thing that I bring to Mass Effect is that I use the game to illustrate various psychological concepts when they come up. There's a lot of richness to the character building in this game, and we've had a lot of cool little tidbits come out from this game. If you're interested in what those tidbits sound like and how I do that, I encourage you to check out my TikTok, because at this point, almost daily, we have clips that come out with those types of moments, and it's very cool.
Probe away.
All right, we got some good materials there. Which planet are we missing? This guy. Okay. Bothros. A rock and ice planet, Bothros is home to a scientific curiosity. Evidence of a primate-like spacefaring civilization was found frozen in its equatorial ice, ranging from melted fragments of metal to preserved remains of the creatures still wearing suits for extravehicular activity. Further exploration revealed that their habitation centers were vaporized by orbital bombardments from railgun-like weapons hitting with a force of approximately 120 kilotons of TNT. Only those that fled or happened to be away from the inhabitants were preserved in the ice, where they died of asphyxiation. This unknown species did not come from Asteria, but scientific teams are looking for evidence that they visited there. It is difficult to believe they would colonize a frozen rock like Bothros and ignore a lush garden world. Their world of origin is also a mystery. Alliance Bulletin. Geth have been encountered in the Hecate system. All civilian traffic is prohibited.
Probe launched.
I want to be a therapist when I'm older, and I also love Mass Effect games. So when I saw your videos on TikTok, I was instantly hooked. Well, hey, I love to hear that, Emu Boy. And when you get to the point where you are legitimately starting to look for programs to go to, or are trying to legitimately become a therapist, I hope you'll hang out here and ask questions about it because I love helping people get into the profession if they're interested. It's a difficult profession sometimes to know exactly where to go and what to do to get into it. So if I can support you in that endeavor, I am more than happy to do so. And again, thanks for being here today, friends.
Probe away.
Today's nice and chill. I think we will probably finish with trying to save Dr. Grissom if you guys hang in there. What's up, Tiffy? Hi, how are you? I've been really enjoying your Mass Effect streams. They've been really helpful in keeping my mind busy from thinking about my dad since it's been 7 months since he passed, and I'm still emotional thinking about him. Well, it's great to have you here, Tiffy. I'm glad that you're enjoying them. Appreciate you saying hi. Right? They really are, Taco. I think it's awesome. Potasyev. Or Patsayev. A rock planet encased in frozen oceans, Patsayev is notable for the largest written message ever created by a human being. Andrei Kobzar, a disgruntled miner whose fortunes were spent prospecting for Ezo, used the mass accelerator cannon of a local mercenary group's A-61 Mantis gunship to carve a 208-kilometer-long message in the ice saying, Zdis Nishigo Net, Russian for, there's nothing here. The message can easily be seen from space. Ironically, the message itself, intended to discourage future colonists, now draws small tourist crowds. Can we see it? See, when they add lore like that, I really wish that there was a way that I wish you could find it on the planet. It just seems like an oversight to not have that. All right, Dobrovolsky. Another near-Earth-sized rock planet without much atmosphere to speak of, Dobrovolsky is home to Altai Mineral Works, a local extraction company noted for its success in Ezo refining. The planet itself provides aluminum for local fabricators, which are churning out habitats at an astonishing rate for a system that has no garden planets. With its ore supply coming all the way from the Sheol system, Dobrovolsky is held up as proof of the miner's cliche, where there's Ezo, there's an economy. Reminds me of the trolls who paint Welcome to Cleveland in Detroit to freak out airport passengers. I didn't know that's a thing, and I love that I now know that's a thing. That's hilarious.
Launching probe.
There we go. We can get our Ezo here.
Launching probe. Probe away.
There.
Probe away.
Come on, more Ezo. Palladium's fine
Probe
too.
away. Probe launched.
122 tons of TNT is basically the equivalent of 24 nuclear bombs exploding at the same time. Jeez.
Launching.
That's a lot. Komarov. First charted by the Asari but colonized by humans, the Pamyat system is home to Komarov, an Earth-sized body near the star. It has little atmosphere to speak of, but this has not stopped exploration by robo-miners who have recovered iridium from the planet's crust. I have cool news to share. I've been shadowing at a hospital for a couple weeks because I want to get experience for applying to nursing schools, and when I got into the shadowing program, my mom told me that it was my dad's dream for one of his kids to be a nurse, and I didn't know that it was his dream, so it's like fate since this is my first step to being an RN. That's awesome, Tiffy. Thank you for sharing that. Volkov. A dwarf planet, Volkov has a thick atmosphere of nitrogen and krypton. Home to a thriving iridium mining community, Volkov's reputation is summed up as rich but dangerous. Pirates often lurk behind Volkov's two moonlets, Zinavieva and Elena, and cripple freighters leaving the atmosphere. To make matters worse, Volkov sits in the Chazov Belt, a field of asteroids and other small bodies, which leads to frequent meteor strikes on the planet. Meteor-related casualties remain rare, but on Volkov, the chances of such a death are high enough that they are factored into insurance premiums. Huh. Love that. It'd be cool if they have random encounters in space. I wish there was an on-rails component where you were like the Normandy and it was like Star Fox. That would be so awesome.
I have detected an anomaly.
Ooh. A nearly atmosphereless, tidally locked planet orbiting a red dwarf star, Hinnom, was the first place human explorers discovered a dedicated Prothean burial ground. While a few sites were saved for posterity, Eldfell Ashland Mining successfully lobbied to scout the rest of the planet for Element Zero and soon was embroiled in a scandal. Mining teams were looting grave sites, searching for Ezo and other treasures, and many got rich off the so-called cemetery business. While EAM officially brought a stop to the looting, its mining teams remain on the planet, prospecting the unclaimed territory and taking their ore to the Pomyat system for refining. Travel advisory. Armed conflicts have broken out between miners and scientists staking claims to Prothean ruins. Visitors are advised to employ security while exploring unknown regions of the planet. An anomaly was detected.
Launching probe.
But there's Emo. There's Ezo to mine.
This is Lieutenant Forza Vasidina, pilot of the scout ship Cyanid. Request immediate assistance. Repeat, this is Lieutenant Forza
Probe
Vasidina,
launched.
pilot of the scout ship.
I have found something.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans show evidence of a shipwreck meeting Quarian design specifications. Identity of ship unknown. Number of life signs detected in vicinity uncertain. Local wildlife may interfere with accuracy of biological scan. What's up, Fuzz? Get your votes in. Good night, Anonymous. So if we got Quarians on the planet, let's bring Tally.
I am detecting a single Quarian life sign in your location. Judging by the suit's erratic readings, the Quarian is badly injured. I am also detecting multiple native life signs near your landing site.
Okie dokie. Commence pilot's record. We managed to escape the Geth's notice thanks to some clever work in silencing Kaniad's engines, but the strain on the old ship was too much. The best we can hope for is to find a friendly spot somewhere in the Shield system. Our reports show that it isn't extremely likely. We were nervous scouting this close to the Perseus Veil, and we were right to be. At this point, I'm afraid we might never see the fleet again. With everything the Cyanid has been through, it seems like an ignoble end. The first few hours. The landing was rough, but we managed to salvage from the wreckage the things we'd need to survive. Unfortunately, Lieutenant Commander Gorlat didn't make it, leaving me the senior officer in charge. We scouted the landscape and found the planet to be extremely hostile. We don't dare remove our environment suits here. We're all hoping to be rescued before there's any danger of exposure. Missing survivors. I don't know who or what is taking them, but we've now lost more than half the crew who survived the crash. We hope to build a camp here to survive until the Adena found our beacon, but something is hunting us. I have to keep the crew together as best I can. We will send out a search party when the day comes. I will find my crew, and we will do whatever it takes to return to the Adena. Uh-oh. This doesn't sound good, chat. Doesn't sound good. I don't like the sound of this. There's a dead Quarian. Dead Baron. Forzan Vasidena.
Quarian life signs are stabilized. I recommend securing the area in preparation for shuttle extraction.
Shit. Okay.
Heads up.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Shields are down.
Of course they do a beeline for the Quarian. god, I've got like no thermal clips, man.
We've been spotted. That one hit.
No! No, the ship landed. No! Oh. Oh, the Quarian got killed. I swapped the pistol so it... Oh.
The Quarian life signs are stabilized. I recommend securing the area in preparation.
Damn, I'm sorry, believers. I'm so sorry. That was so close. The ship literally landed, man. We're doing so much better this time around. Oh my god. Are you? You all saw that shotgun hit that Baron, right? You did see that. I'm not crazy, right?
Signs are stabilized. I recommend securing the area in preparation for shuttle extraction.
Yeah, got it, Edie. I've got the wrong crew for this. Dude, we are protecting this Quarian at all costs, man. These Varens shall not. Jeez.
This should soften him up.
What less to worry about?
Shift in. Come on.
We have to go now.
Yeah.
Coordinates received. Udana inbound for pickup. You've done us a great service. Expecting you run the captain.
All right. Glad we could help. That was neat, aside from the dying twice part. Get out of the Hades Nexus. Let's get out of here. I'm sad I didn't get to pay out to the pinks. You know? Alright, Hades Nexus is done. Shadow Seed, done. Hawking Ada we'll do later. The Far Rim. Alright, let's go hit the Far Rim. Running our Tim gas card, no shit. I'm gonna drain Cerberus for everything they got at this point. All the stupid shit they've pulled. One star with one planet. Alrighty. Look at this big ass thing. Amut. Amut is an enormous hydrogen-helium gas giant, or hydrogen-helium giant, with a mass approximately 9 times that of Jupiter and nearly 2,900 times that of Earth. Despite massive pressure, its core has failed to ignite in a fusion reaction, qualifying it as a failed star. It is believed to have captured all other planet-sized bodies in the solar system as moons or in impact events, leading to its name, Devourer. That's badass. Not intimidated by this phenomena, the Geth have colonized many of Amut's moons and skimmed the hydrogen from Amut's upper atmosphere. Travel advisory: Amut is in Geth space. All civilian traffic prohibited. Crazy how the Geth have, like, basically the entire galaxy skittish. Like, if Geth are even remotely in the area, everybody's like, nope, no. Don't come over here. All right, Far Rim's done. Phoenix Massing's done. Yeah, we don't mess with Geth space, man. We just don't. All right, let's get some fuel. Yeah, we are paying a lot of money in fuel. Oh boy, we got a lot to discover here in the Khalistan Rift. Talaba.
I have detected an anomaly.
All right, Titus. A desert of whitish potassium salts and reddish iron oxides, Titus is far enough away from its parent star to have a tolerable surface temperature. Though it has only a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and oxygen, it is still hospitable enough for criminals in the terminus systems to use it as a staging base. Turian patrols sometimes fly through the area looking to preempt jailbreak attempts on Matrum's prisons. Travel advisory: unregistered starships have been spotted in the vicinity of Titus. Civilian travel is not recommended.
There's a piece of credit mech on this planet's surface. If you think you can get it to work, welcome to it. Repeat, there's a piece of craft mech on this planet's surface. If you think you can get it to work, you're freaking welcome to it.
Probe away. Something on our sensors.
Anomaly detected. Service scans detect one YMIR heavy mech signature matching an unknown, possibly pirate registration. Mech appears to be disabled, but broadcasting a looping message. Message does not appear to be a distress signal. Resource scans indicate large quantities of mineral resources available, but obscured behind walls of dense stone. A mech, huh? Probably a good idea to bring some overload peeps. Let's go Garrus Tally.
I am detecting a large supply of resources buried deep within the canyon walls. Heavy explosives will be required to excavate them.
Got some power cells laying around. I paid Herrick good money for this useless heap of signal error. Detected serious caches of resources here on this planet, but memory leak detected. Alright, I said sure. The thing leaks fuel like a Volus after a mug or ring call, but I can deal with that. So I took off and laid out the trail of power cells leading from where I uploaded the mech to bad package, please restart, so I could at least get the thing moving. And now, illegal fault detected, won't even move. Damn that swindling Elcor. Say, is that message bringing back puzzle chat vibes? Disabled mech, activate. Piece of sh... Alright, let's see what we got. What up, mech? Feed fuel pods to the mech so it can find and excavate the resources inside the canyon walls. Okay. Probably shouldn't have got that close, huh? The hell is this thing shooting at? I mean, it did say this thing's a piece of shit, didn't it? Where are you going, buddy? Okie dokie. We'll just follow you.
Hostile spotted.
Alright, we got some power cells. No idea what's going on here. Are those the same Varen all over the galaxy? I've often wondered the same thing. Like, it's interesting that Varen are native life forms in just all over the place. This thing is legitimately a piece of shit. This is the worst mech I've ever worked with, ever. This is the worst mech in the history of ever mechs, ever mechs. Absolute garbage. Maybe they're of invasive species. That's a great piece of headcanon, Skog. Vicarian Thirstbot, thanks for the follow. While we let our piece of shit robot here do its thing, I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight. Appreciate all of you very much, whether you're chatting, lurking, or watching the VOD. Thanks for choosing to spend your time with me tonight. I hope you're having a good time. I definitely am. Wonderful to spend time with so many cool people. If you are new here, I encourage you to check me out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I post mental health tidbits there on the regular. We also have various moments where Mass Effect is illustrated various psychological concepts on TikTok. Also, you can join our Discord where there's almost 1,800 awesome people there ready to support you and provide some resources for you if you need it. Oh! Oh! Plus 5,000 platinum. That's it, huh? All right. Cool. That side mission was bizarre. It was. It almost felt like a waste of time. But hey, we did it. All right. Matrim. A small hot rock with few resources, Matrim is used by the Turian Armed Forces for its maximum security prison and interrogation centers. The temperatures are high enough to prevent any escape without an environmental suit, but low enough that construction of additional buildings will not be hindered. Over 500,000 prisoners are detained on Matrim, only a handful of which have ever managed even a temporary escape. A small supply of economy and prefab habitats support the prison staff, who usually work only for 2-year tours of duty before they are rotated out to less stressful positions. Cautious. Home to the spectacular Infinity Caldera, Cautious is a young planet with an extreme tectonic and volcanic activity. With 9 supervolcanoes that can throw out at least 1,000 cubic kilometers of dense rock equivalents each, Cautious's activity has put its atmosphere in a state of shroud. It will likely suffer from global dimming for at least the next 10 years. Though much of the surface is no more dangerous than many other inner ring planets, this extreme tectonic activity has given Cautious a bad reputation and discouraged all resource exploitation. That's only good. I'm not going to worry about it. We're doing okay on resources. I mostly want lore at this point. Itaris, a large rock planet orbiting an F-class star. Itaris is pummeled by radiation, heavy gravity, and tectonic activity. Its crust is mostly silicates of little value. Travel's not advised. Okie dokie. I won't travel there then. Got a lot of places to explore here in the Rift. What's up, Mr. Tibbs? Alright, Solveig. Thrivaldi. The hydrogen-helium gas giant Thrivaldi's refueling stations provide helium-3 for commercial spacecraft visiting the system. It has 9 known moons and many smaller bodies in its rings. Travel advisory. Recent attacks by pirates have targeted Thrivaldi's refueling stations. Authorities list the perpetrators as at large. Travel is not recommended. Surtur. Surtur is a small but dense desert planet close to its parent star. All but traces of its nitrogen carbon monoxide atmosphere have burned away, leaving it cooler than the similar planets in other systems. Robo-mining has proved lucrative as it has developed significant deposits of beryllium and palladium.
I have detected an anomaly.
Sinmara. Surtur's moon Sinmara has been used for many generations to monitor its parent star Solveig. It has no atmosphere to interfere with the solar observational equipment, which is critical at this juncture. The star recently showed signs of erupting prematurely into a red giant. In preparation for the day when the critical warning goes out, the extranet channel from Sinmara's research station is given top priority throughout the comm buoys in the system. The chances of such a signal being received over the sun's magnetic interference at that time is low, but relegating it to a lower channel proved politically untenable. Did I miss anything in the storyline so far tonight? No, we have just been doing side missions tonight.
Shielding failure detected. Catastrophic solar radiation exposure probable. Magnetic
probe.
shielding failure detected.
Scans have found something.
Anomaly detected. Planetary scans indicate that Sinmara colony is vulnerable to its sun's hazardous solar flares. Malfunction detected in colony's magnetic shield. Shield must be reactivated to avoid exposing colony to unstable solar activity and potential annihilation. Sounds intense. Activate the magnetic shield. Holy shit. I gotta believe that looking straight at this is probably not the greatest decision. This is cool. I'm all by myself. It's a little too quiet here for my taste. Broken generator. All right. Station Central Control Terminal bypass. Cooling unit activate. Control switch use. Shield control bypass. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, so this apparently routes. Okay, shield generator activate. Warning, generator overheating. Cooling unit. Activate. Okay. Restored magnetic shield, keeping Sinmara colony safe from catastrophic solar activity. Credit rewards transferred from the colonists. I guess we made some money. Cool. I mean, it was a neat little area, but that's right. It's Galaxy Cleanup Night. That's why we do this. Let's go to ICER. No. Dun, 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 dun. Sheer. A remote rock planet capped in ice, Sheer has been exploited by Arvunan corporations for its minerals. Home to gold veins, which are used in spaceship shielding as well as jewelry, and cobalt deposits used in high tensile alloys. Sheer shows no signs of being exhausted anytime soon. A light gravity helps keep the planetary exploration process cheap. Oh yeah? Well, let me at it with my probes then.
Probe launched.
You know what I'm saying?
Launching probe.
I don't need iridium, so not gonna really probe for that.
Launching probe.
Really, I want Ezo. That's really what this comes down to. If I can get Ezo supply,
Launching probe.
your boy's happy. Woo!
Probe
Oh,
launched.
that's hot. Get that big mound. Oh, that's enough. It's enough of that planet. All right, Alformus, a hydrogen-helium gas giant. Alformus had its helium-3 refueling stations destroyed in an attack by Grow Zero, an anti-population terrorist group that wanted no more immigration to Arvuna. Consortium of Arvuna-based corporations are currently rebuilding the stations. Alliance Advisory. Alformus is not considered vital to the stability of the ICER system. Civilians working on the helium-3 platform should not expect Alliance military intervention in case of kidnapping or other violence. Yeesh. Shasu is a dwarf planet that is believed to have been ejected from Agnan during a giant impact with another planet-sized body. At the time, Agnan had a magma ocean covering much of its surface, and the liquid rock sprayed into space, where it coalesced and cooled over millions of years. The theory is that during this cooling, Shasu first orbited Angan, but was eventually pulled from that orbit by the gravity wells of other planets, primarily Dronin. Today, Shasu is relatively temperate with a light hydrogen-helium atmosphere, attracting spacers who use its atmosphere to refuel. Its crust composition is similar to Agnan, evident in its high sulfur content. There's Agnan, a hothouse planet. Agnan's scorching clouds of methane and sulfur dioxide give the planet a pale green color in visible light. The SO2 from volcanic activity rains down as sulfuric acid in the upper atmosphere, but this is boiled away before the liquid ever reaches the surface. Agnan's harsh environment has prevented exploration by anything except probes. Not my probes. Dronin, a sizable hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant just on the far side of its pale yellow star's frost line. Dronin is known for its spectacular storms. At least 3 persistent observable spots, actually cyclonic and anticyclonic storms, have lasted over 544 years, significantly longer than Jupiter's Great Red Spot. The largest of these spots, the Ishna, has consistently held a diameter over 3 times that of Earth. Dronin has 44 moons. 2 of them are of special interest to the Citadel Committee on Habitable Worlds. The first, Arvuna, is a life-bearing world that has already been colonized. The second, Alaya, is slowly being terraformed into an ammonia-based world for Volus populations. Planet did I miss this guy? Tamgota. The outermost planet of the Icer system, Tamgota is remote and largely unexplored. Its carbon dioxide atmosphere has long since frozen into fields of dry ice. We gotta scan those 44 moons now? God, could you imagine? Alright. Alistan Rift is done.
50%.
I know, Edie, we're good. We're gonna refuel right here. We're rocking and rolling tonight, chat. Hour and a half in. Explored significant parts of the galaxy. Alright, we're not going to Hawking Ada. Far Rim is done. Phoenix Massing done. Pylos Nebula has got 11%. Let's see what else we got. So 100%. Threshold. Boy, we still got quite a bit to go here. Alright, let's go to the Pylos Nebula. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Durata. Vioressa, with an orbital period nearly 2 millennia long. Cold and distant Vioressa was actually missed in the initial Asari survey of the system. Only a follow-up mineral assay sent to Canalis by a Volus mining concern noticed its subtle movement across the stars. Vioressa is a methane ammonia gas giant circled by a retinue of deep frozen moons. Its remoteness makes the popular drive discharge point for pirates working on the Pylos Nebula cluster. In the last 2 years, several dozen ships have disappeared while passing through the Dorada system. As Pylos is currently unclaimed by any sovereign power, Council naval patrols are few and far between. Thus far, none of the pirates responsible have been apprehended. It's a pretty planet. A lot of planets here. Cineas. The standard hydrogen-helium gas giant, Cineas has more than 80 moons. We're going to scan all of them. Zeth. Zeth is a common hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of sulfur in the upper atmosphere gives it a distinct yellow striping.
Anomaly detected.
Canalis. Canalis is smaller than Earth, but has unusually high density. The high level of tectonic activity indicates that the density is caused by an abundance of radioactive materials in its core. These, combined with the planet's unusually high rates of spin, raise the planet's internal temperature and cause volcanism. While several companies performed mineral assays in the late 2170s, the world's geological instability precluded development.
Away. Something on our sensors.
Anomaly detected. Sensors detecting anomalous weather patterns on the planet's surface. Geth activity detected. Recommend extreme caution. Well, you know what that means. You know who's coming with us. And you know what that means, chat. I can't see shit. Oh boy. Oh boy. very disorienting. Alright, we got some palladium.
Can do.
Affirmative.
Alright, we got Geth. And we're gonna just have to shoot at the lights. This is neat.
Nothing faster than
Ish. If I live. Oh boy. Why are there Geth here? Like, what are we doing here? One wonders.
they're all yours to take out.
I'm like super afraid to use my charge. That just seems dangerous as shit.
Yeah, lost shields.
Alright. That gets done. So many of them. Help me out. Okay. Oh, God.
Combat drone ready.
Oh, my God. Just an onslaught. Also, why is this so glitchy? This little area is this area is glitchy. I'm not gonna, oh my God. Alright, there we go. I don't know that I would have counted that if I died there.
Gotcha.
I don't even know, like, what's down here to know. Where it's safe to go. Okay. I got a save point, so that helps. We got flares. I really should get my extra shotgun reserves. That would be a smart play. Man, this is so disorienting. It's funny how, like, I'm not actually looking into dust, but I'm, like, sitting here squinting as if, like, That's gonna help me look through the dust.
Hostiles up ahead!
It's like when you play racing games and you like lean your body even though you like really don't need to do that. Death Destroyer.
Good girl.
Garrus, I'm gonna need you here, buddy. Alrighty. I have no arc projector, which sucks, because that'd be super useful. Oh. Tally, how about you grab control of one of those guys so that they stop shooting at us?
Got one.
Please. Samurai, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that, friend. God, there's so many. No need to be a dummy.
They're all yours, Jatika.
Okay, we reached another save point. A lot of palladium here. Death device.
Now what's this?
A lot of believers there. Understood. Recovered death climate change technology. Okay. Cool. Let's go get our shotgun
You've
ammo.
received a new message at your private terminal.
We'll read some messages too. Shotgun extra rounds. Yes. Beautiful. Tech cooldowns. Wait, damage protection. Absolutely need that. Shepard's melee attack's more powerful. See, I don't care about that. That seems like a... This doesn't seem like a useful... Granted, we have a lot of resources, but... Eh. I suppose this will make a difference for our crew. I don't know. Okay. Whatever. We got our shotgun ammo. That's what matters. There's a big old fog machine. I don't know if it was that or if it was trying to clear out the fog. It's hard to know. All right, let's read our messages. To Siniad, thank you. From Captain Shinmal Vas Idena. Commander Shepard, please accept my sincere appreciation for your efforts in locating the wreckage of the Siniad. That ship has storied history with both the migrant fleet and Cerberus, and we're pleased to know that our wreckage can be salvaged by my people. In finding and stabilized Lieutenant Forzan, you have returned to the flotilla one of our newest and most honored heroes. Your efforts in furthering the Quarian search for a new homeworld will be remembered. Cool. Glad to hear it. Ciano. Ciano, named for an ancient Asari philosopher known for being a contrarian, orbits Dorada at a retrograde. It is believed to be an object that fell into the system millions of years ago from parts unknown. The outermost of Dorada's two inner asteroid belts is thought to have been a small planetoid that was broken up by Ciano's passage into the system. Ciano is formed of low-density rock and is tidally locked to Dorada. The same hemisphere always faces the star. There is evidence that a complex of artificial structures once existed in the north of the sunward-facing hemisphere, but they have been badly degraded by a millennia of heat and radiation. Several bunkers of radioactive waste, apparently byproducts of primitive fission plants, have been discovered on the far side. I just want Ezo. Platinum will work too.
Launching probe.
We're getting kind of close to not needing too many upgrades though, so I'm Resource gathering is becoming less appealing than reading out the lore and getting through the galaxy. Venusi is a small barren rock, though there is evidence that it once had an atmosphere of carbon dioxide. Only trace amounts of krypton and xenon remain. Like Ciano, it's tidally locked to Dorada. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of the Dorada system. We got more things to look at Satent. Natasia. An unremarkable methane ammonia gas giant, Natasia would be of no consequence if the only approachable gas giant in the system. Boro's Volus colony has set up a few automated ice cracking stations around the planet, and Naru Combine has been contracted to set up a helium-3 extraction facility. Construction has lagged due to the CEO's arrest in a kickback scandal that reaches to the highest levels of the Vol Ministry and the Frontier. Gotta love those Voluses getting involved in kickback schemes. Boro. Boro is a young Volus colony world settled in defiance of a threat by Terminus pirate groups. The pirates, who can't use the world themselves, suggested that the Volus hire them to protect the colony. The Volus responded by requesting military protection from their Turian allies. Although uncomfortably hot by Volus standards, Boro has the rare combination of high pressure and ammonia ecology Volus require. Development of the colony is proceeding rapidly. Chrysaris, an airless rock of mixed light ores. Chrysaris is only of note for the Turinu impact crater, a relatively recent asteroid strike within the last million years. The core of the object was partly composed of element 0. It struck at a low enough velocity that the Ezo remained near the surface. Over the years, many pirates and wildcat miners have attempted to extract the ore. It is believed that the Turinu debris originated in the pulsar system AAP 34211+19. The supernova that formed the pulsar also created the Red Emission Nebula that human spacers have unofficially named the Sakura Nebula. Let's see if there's any Ezo here. It sounds like a place that would have... Yeah! Gimme. Dude.
Probe launched.
Oh my god, look at all this Ezo. Oh, this is beautiful. This is what you want.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Damn. Anything else? What else we got here? Full platinum?
Away.
Alright. Good enough. Anidia. Anidia is a small ice body with very low density. Its mass is only 4% of Earth. It appears to be composed mainly of carbon and water ice, but over the millennia it has accrued a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. While Anidia's gravity is weak enough that a cruiser could land on it safely, there is no particular reason one would want to. Pirates have been known to land to recover ice for cracking into hydrogen and oxygen. One area in the southern hemisphere, the so-called Anidian Scrapes, is so frequently used for this purpose that the higher albedo raw ice can easily be seen from orbit. Good night, Skag. Have a good evening, my friend. Appreciate you being here. as I go around, fly around, reading stuff. Wait, what am I missing here? 2, 3, 4. Raskel. Raskel is a massive hot Jupiter gas giant that whips around the star Saturn once every 4.5 days. Like most planets of its type, it migrated inwards from its initial position in the system. Raskel is one of the few close-orbiting gas giants to show a marked temperature difference in its sun-facing and dark-side hemispheres. The atmosphere absorbs and re-radiates Saturn's heat too quickly for winds to carry the heat to the dark side. There's a temperature difference of over 1,000 degrees between the gas giant's hot and cold poles. Damn. That's kind of cool. Things just like whipping around the star. Wonder what would happen if it crashed into it. By the way, I saw something about how in like Mass Effect 2 and 3, like the time period that this exists, only 1% of the galaxy has been actually explored. So like what we're looking at seems like a lot, but it really only constitutes 1% of the entire galaxy. Tanoth. Tanoth is little more than a glorified ice dwarf that has drifted inward from Chrysoli's Oort cloud over the millennia. Its extremely elliptical orbit is ultimately unstable. Computer projections suggest it will impact the atmosphere of Gaius in a few billion years. Gaius is another methane ammonia gas giant, very similar to its near twin Uzin. It presents a nearly featureless robin egg blue face to the universe. Cool. Uzin. A typical methane ammonia gas giant, Uzin has 37 moons of various sizes. Chithis, one of the largest, orbits at a retrograde, suggesting it was a planetesimal that was captured by the gas giant gravity well. The planet itself is believed to be an extrasolar capture as well, though millions of years before Chithis. Why can't I read that? Though millions of years before Chithis came on the scene. Evidence collected by planetary geologists suggests that Chithis was for many centuries a water world heated by tidal flexing as its orbit circulated around Uzin. The planetary ocean, once hundreds of kilometers deep, must now be frozen solid. Some have recommended drilling test bores to see if life ever developed in Uzin's seas, but that question is considered academic. What's up, Jareth? Good to see you, buddy. Theanax. Theanax's surface is covered by water and ammonia hydrate ices, which are constantly repaved by cryovolcanic processes. The world's size and density suggest the core contains heavier elements and retains much of the heat of the system's formation. Right? It's pretty remarkable, Chico. I love going through and reading all these, if for no other reason than to like pay homage to the hard work that people put into creating these backgrounds. Like, I love this. I, back in, like high school and college and even now, I used to just sit and read the Wikipedia pages of all the planets and stuff. And like, I love this kind of stuff. So just sitting here and reading all the background of these planets, just, it appeals to me in such like a deep way. Thank you very much for the follow. Nidus lies improbably close to the red dwarf Chrysoroi. This allows it to approach habitability, though it's quite frigid. It is tidally locked, with a hot pole and a cold pole. Along the Terminator, the temperature averages just above freezing. On the lee side, the temperatures are well below freezing. Nidus has developed a limited native ecology, much of its clusters permanently attached around geothermal vents. There are, however, more advanced forms of life. Several arthropodal herbivore species wander back and forth across the Terminator, as they require nutrients available in both environments for sustenance. More dangerous are the omnivorous predator species that devour the arthropods. Most animal life on Nidus has limited vision, but finely developed thermal sense. Moderate, so not interested. It's funny because this stream literally feels like story time with Dr. Mick. Like I'm just like reading you guys galaxy lore. Like that's really all this stream is. And we're doing a couple missions here and there, but it's a lot of just hearing me read to you. So I'm honored that so many of you are sticking around for it. This is like we're all on a road trip together. All right, Omega Nebula is done. That's done. Sigurd's Cradle's done. All right, so actually we're moving around here. The Valhallan Threshold. Let's go. Oh, the migrant fleet's over here. Okay. So, oh, this is all right. We were already here. Migrant fleet's here. Let's go all the way out to Micah. No more like you're tucking us in. Bedtime stories with Dr. Mick. Happy to do it. Is it just one galaxy? Yeah, we're only in the Milky Way. This is just the Milky Way. Duma. Home to 51 moons, including the prebiotic moon Anaphiel. Duma is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with violent surface winds exceeding 1,900 kilometers per hour. Like its sister planet Elohi, it is believed to be an extrasolar capsule. Elohi. A small hydrogen-helium gas giant formed around a metallic hydrogen core, Elohi will be the site of a rare astronomical event later this year. The comet Asaro will come into its orbit of 70 galactic standard years and travel so close to the giant that it is predicted to be captured as a moon. Dozens of space probes from around the galaxy have been launched into the Raheel system to record this moment. Elohi is within the frost line of its parent star, where gas giants do not usually form. For this reason, it is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Travel advisory. A statistically significant number of distress signals have come from the 1 million kilometer mark around Elohi. Pirates are believed to be working the area. In-person tourism is not advised. That's actually really neat. Like getting to watch the planet capture a moon. That'd be pretty badass. Farlas. One of a trio of asteroids formed around an element zero core, Farlas is the easiest to mine for low-yield EZO. A carbonaceous asteroid, Farlas has a trace of water-bearing minerals and organic carbon in the form of kerogen. Currently, the asteroid is surrounded by Quarian mining ships extracting fuel for the flotilla. I'm gonna maybe take a little bit of that EZO, but I don't want to eat up a bunch of resources that the migrant fleet needs. So we'll grab a little EZO, just a little EZO, and then we'll hightail it out of here.
Probe launched.
That's sufficient. Dr. Mick reads the signs on the side of the road while Chad asks over there. Yeah. We gotta like go through the asteroid belt here to find all these. Cockabell! The second asteroid in the system formed around an element zero core. Cockabell is another carbonaceous asteroid with a surface made of hydrated minerals such as carbonates and clays. Beneath its icy surface is liquid water with some amino acids. The surface of Cockabell is pitted and scarred with strip mining stations where the Quarians took as much EZO as possible before moving on. We got one more. It's over here. Israfil. Largest of the EZO trio, Israfil is a silicate-heavy carbonaceous asteroid. It is home to approximately 40 species of microorganisms in its liquid water, and was blamed as the source of the prion-based biowarfare agent EHE, exotic humanoid encephalopathy, used by the terrorist group Totenkopf in their attack on the Gagarin station in 2184. While many in the scientific community protested that Israfil did not have sufficient atmosphere or evolutionary history to sustain life at the prion level, the asteroid and its EZO miners were nevertheless quarantined to reassure the public that the Systems Alliance was taking action. Though no evidence has yet been found that EHE originated from Israfil or was even synthesized in a local lab, the SSV Manila and a team of epidemiologists maintain watch over the asteroid ship traffic for now. I feel like I'm on the Magic School Bus. It is kind of what it feels like, isn't it? Like we're just riding along. I'm Miss Frizzle tonight. Let's go to Paz. It would be so cool to be able to move around the galaxy like this. Garvug. In 354 CE, Garvug was considered a bargain world, given to the Krogan to placate them because no one else wanted to live on such a frozen rock. Technically a life-bearing world, Garvug had a small farm belt around its equator and well-insulated marine life in its seas. By the turn of the century, the Krogan had completely adapted, breeding hundreds of younglings per family in vast underground bunkers. By the turn of the next century, Garvug's narrow strips of coral reef had been destroyed by overfishing and pollutants, and excess Krogan took to the stars to find another planet to consume. Garvug was treated as an object lesson by the Citadel Council, but Krogan could not be trusted to check their own numbers. Today, Garvug is a frozen wasteland, home to corporate eco-engineering efforts trying to implement sustainable agri- and aquaculture practices. Krogan and Vorcha packs are a constant threat, and the corporations pay mercenaries well to keep their operations safe. You just send the Krogan there and have fun, fellas and ladies. Alrighty. Oh, Valhalla Threshold is done. Hourglass Nebula. Shadow Broker Base and secure the smuggled cargo. Oh, is this gonna be... Oh, man. If this is that stupid-ass mission... Is this Mass Effect 2? Yes. Alright, let's go to Ploetari. Thagan. Thagan rounds out the trio of planets only scouted by space probe in this backwater solar system. A frozen ball with significant amounts of tin in its crust, Thagan has a fractional atmosphere with trace amounts of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Strange radiation emissions have been charted coming off Thagan, but it's unknown if these are from radioactive elements or merely a star's radiation reflected by a high albedo surface. Sinilus. Space probes indicate that Sinilus is nowhere near as hospitable as its neighbor Xanathu. Sinilus's hydrogen-argon atmosphere is thought to be an anathema to life, but the presence of borax on the surface spawned by boron-heavy core indicates the planet may once have had water.
I have detected an anomaly.
Xanathu. Believed to be a post-garden world, Xanathu has large deposits of calcium carbonate in its sedimentary rocks, indicating it may have once had plate tectonics and even plant life. Its swirling clouds of dust and snow may have occurred more recently and blocked the sun, creating a mass extinction event. Its surface gravity is comfortable and its temperature tolerable by most sapient species. We got an anomaly.
User unregistered or record damaged. Nature of incident is not recorded. Assistance is requested. General distress. User unregistered
Probe
or
away.
record damaged. Nature of
I have found something.
Alliance hotspot detected. Alliance sources request that all ships keep watch for signs of missing freighter MSV Estevanico, lost 1 year ago in this sector. Any data recovered that sheds light on Estevanico's fate will be rewarded. Surface scans indicate that a presence of a large shipwreck. Signature bears similarities to that of Alliance merchant freighter MSV Estevanico. Structural integrity is critical. Life support is damaged but capable of sustaining a skeleton crew. Recommend extreme caution. Here we go. Let's see what we got. You all right? You're just gonna fly away? You're gonna leave me on this rickety ass ship?
Likely that searching the wreckage would provide information about the Estevanico's final hours. Warning: disturbing the wreck could cause it to become unbalanced and fall over the cliff's edge.
So we're just gonna drop me off and fly away while I'm on a teetering, rickety, crashed ship. That doesn't... Okay. Okay. Alright, this is fun. Okay. Okie dokie. Calm people live, tense people die. Let's work quick. Holy shit. I mean, this ship basically looks like it's been gutted. All right, so chat. I want to know, if this was you right now, would you stay on this ship or would you call for a pickup and say, nope, no thank you? Well, like, what would you do here? Would you do what I'm doing and explore this ship? I don't know that I would. Have you played Dead Space on stream? I have not. I have played Dead Space, but I've not played it on stream. This is absolutely terrifying. I don't know how to get over there. How the hell do I get over here? Just Destiny double jump, right? If only you could. If only you could. Mass Effect 2's going well, Jareth. It's going well. Ish. Oh, I know what to do. Never mind. Never mind. Maybe I know what to do. I don't know. There we go. Completely forgot about that. You know what's funny is the first time I played this mission, it took me probably just as long, if not longer, to figure that out. And here I am all these years later and completely forgot that I'm supposed to shoot that flap down. There we go. Prions are proteins that are similar to the ones your body uses to stay alive. They are malformed in a way that they will malform their natural counterparts, effectively copying themselves. This is a snowball effect that can take decades to start causing symptoms. A prion-based bioweapon would be horrific because it would seem innocuous at first, only showing horrific effects years and decades afterwards to whatever the conflict is long since over. Jeez. Do-do-do. Don't look down. This is terrifying. I would hate everything about this. Like, I would be like, nope. This ain't... I got... Oh my god. I got more important shit to do than walk on a rickety-ass cruiser. Way more important shit to do. Oh my god. And of course, there's not just like a nice, easy way to get there. Oh god. Oh god, oh god. Ah! Maybe this plating has enough, in my armor has enough shock absorption that I won't die if I fall a long way. Oh, no, no, no. This is totally fine. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Go, go, go. If they can pick you up there, why can't they drop you off there? It's a great question. Absolutely fabulous question. God. A little intense for my taste. All right, but we survived. We're good. All right. Igella. Only known from scan data picked up by space probes, Igella is currently classified as a dwarf planet. A warm, barren rock, its thin atmosphere is composed of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Significant alumina deposits in its crust make its density and gravity very low indeed. You probably will, Floaty. There's lots of great side missions if you are willing to do what I'm doing and basically just explore the galaxy. It's pretty great. I think people miss a lot by burning through it. Thurazaz. A hydrogen helium gas giant, Thurazaz has a decrepit automated infrastructure for refueling merchant vessels with helium-3. Painted onto the metal in a Solarian dialect are the words self-serve. Nice. So apparently this planet started in Oregon. No, not in Oregon, because you can't self-serve in Oregon. The planet is anti-Oregon. A rock and ice planet, Issa has a thin atmosphere of methane and ethane. Its borax deposits, largely trapped beneath the ice, were never considered valuable enough to mine since synthetic substitutes and alternative sources became widely available. Ansys. A large rock planet, Ansys was once under development by a consortium of robo-mining interests, but an epidemic of accidents and sabotage cost the lives of hundreds of workers and eventually drove them off the world. Despite numerous accusations among the mining corporations and a dozen or more trials, popular opinion holds that the real saboteurs were never found. Yeah, we did Uranus last night. We probed Uranus last night, Sarlacc. Kanaz's extremely thin atmosphere is mostly methane and helium. The Solarian explorers who named the system set up a small mining presence for recovering nickel and chromium used in making stainless steels. Hagalaz. I just want to read it because Hagalaz is awesome. Hagalaz is a second-tier garden world that receives little attention from the galactic community. A Solarian mining expedition initially discovered the planet, which was promptly strong-armed away from them by organized crime figures. Hagalaz's exploration rights were then sold to the highest bidder, which led to a brief burst of mining colonies in the 2000s, but most of those were abandoned and other planets were found with more accessible resources. Though Hagalaz has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere capable of supporting life, its rotational period is slower than Earth's, making its day and night 98 Earth days long. The intense heat on one side of the planet and the extreme cold on the other make for violent storm cells wherever the sun is rising or setting. As a result, the flora and fauna of Hagalaz have developed the capability to live in cycles of ice, flooding, baking heat, and dramatic air pressure changes. The biota of the planet has been largely unexploited by an exotic pet and gardening trades, since simulating their natural conditions is problematic for the average consumer. Alright. Uruz. A large rock planet with pressure cooker atmosphere of nitrogen and argon, Uruz's silicate-rich crust is relatively low density. It was largely ignored by the Solarian explorers who first charted the system. Hagalaz is where Liara is, because that's where the Shadow Broker base is. We don't really have any reason to go there. Let's go secure the smuggled cargo. Antikythera. Antikythera, or fused metal, is so named because of its spectacular craters. A planet high in various grades of iron oxide, Antikythera is regularly pummeled by loose asteroids in the nearby belt between it and Wenrum. The iron melted and fused by the incoming meteors makes for spectacular landscape shots that look alien no matter what part of the galaxy you may be from. However, due to frequent meteor impacts, exploration is considered highly dangerous even to those with advanced kinetic barriers. Alingon. Alingon, or Deceptive, was so named by Solarian scouts because as their probes landed on the planet, their instruments started going awry. This turned out to be due to the high concentration of magnetically active periclase, magnesia, in the core and crust of the planet. This interferes with scans and broadcasts, which has given rise to countless spacer stories of pirates lying in wait to Alingon's magnetosphere, or crashed ships and untold fortunes stranded on the surface. In reality, any pirates would have a hard time locating prey amongst all the interference and would live lives cut off from the rest of the galaxy as the magnetosphere kills extraplanetary communication. Malingon's other natural features are a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide, spectacular dry ice formations, and xenon gas, which can be skimmed from the upper atmosphere and used in ion thrusters. Tunfigel. First charted by the Solarians, Tunfigel, Hardheart, is noted for its platinum and uranium deposits, making robo-mining a lucrative activity. While the surface temperature is well within the range of a comfortable EVA excursion, the extremely dense Tunfigel generates a dangerous gravitational pull 5 times that of Earth. Solarian miners exploiting that planet divisively nickname planets such as these Elcor tourist traps. Quorum. A scorchingly hot planet close to its parent star, Quorum was bombarded by comets and asteroids during its earliest geological periods. As the solar system stabilized, these occurrences leveled off until the planet became geologically inactive. Its nitrogen and helium atmosphere is extremely thick due to heavy metals making the planet's core very dense. Unfortunately, these metals are deep below the crust, making mining impractical. Yeah, it scared you, Super Chip? Pretty loud, pretty freaky. Nephros. Nephros, restless sleep, is a relatively small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant. Its atmosphere is home to spectacular winds of up to 350 kilometers per hour and electrical storms up to 700 times the power of those of Earth, which indicate that its hydrogen clouds contain moderate amounts of water vapor. And Daratar.
Yourself, pretty lady.
Cerberus hotspot detected. The planet Daratar in the Fire system is suspected Eclipse smuggling site. Cerberus is interested in obtaining the materials kept at this site. Operatives will be paid handsomely for any intact crates retrieved from the site. Be aware that Eclipse would rather see the cargo destroyed than lose it as a rival organization. Payment will be made once the acquisition of undamaged crates is verified. This mission sucks. I actually think I may skip it because I really don't think it's worth it. It's a shitload of mechs. And actually, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, I don't want to do it. Mission sucks. It's not worth it.
Only half our fuel remains.
Thank you, Edie. All right. Whew. We are rocking here. And yes, for those who celebrate Father's Day, or for whom Father's Day is meaningful, happy Father's Day. Hi, Puentus. Tassel Nim. Sister tragedy to the extinction event on Afris, Tassel Nim was the rarest of jewels, a second garden planet within the same life zone as Afris. Not as old as its sister planet, its fossil evidence indicates that it was home to abundant invertebrate sea life. However, similar craters to those on Afris created a dust shroud that killed 99% of biota on the planet. The even spacing of the craters indicates a coordinated simultaneous attack from points around the globe, rather than an asteroid collision or supervolcanic scenario. This is supposed to be a blind playthrough. We don't know that mission sucks. You know what's funny, Liam, is we actually do, only because I played that mission very early on in the Mass Effect run and died a bazillion times. And I hate that mission with all my life, with all my heart on Insanity. If we were on like a normal difficulty, I'd be fine with it, but it's just not worth it on Insanity. A Jovian gas giant, Vem Osca, Weeping Witness in Empyrean Volus, is a low-density hydrogen-helium planet with 35 moons. Later this year, 33 of the moons will be visible from the planet's surface in a conjunction, an event that will be recorded by space probes from all over the galaxy. That would be awesome. And seeing 33 moons in the sky would be so badass. Afris. A unique discovery, Afris is a heavenly twin, a planet in a star system that has not one but two worlds of insufficient mass to retain a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere within the habitable life zone of its parent star. Fossil evidence shows abundant vertebrates and evidence of sapient terrestrial avian species in its Bronze Age. However, the only trace of contemporary life on the planet is that of single-celled organisms in its seas. a series of massive impacts that vaporized vast quantities of water and lofted dust into its atmosphere. Early theories that this event was a collision with a fragmenting asteroid have now been discounted. The impact craters were aimed directly at habitation centers. Yeah.
I have detected an anomaly.
Zadaban. Zadaban is a large, dense planet named for a Volus god of punishment. Its crust is rich in uranium, eroded by winds to create large radioactive dust storms across its surface. The Volus of Talisphia have explored the planet thoroughly with space probes and telepresent robo-mining machines, and discovered they are not the first to exploit the planet. Plastics from a mining station approximately 50,000 years old can be found near the planet's equator. Curiously, the mines nearby were not tapped out of uranium ore. They were instead abandoned at the height of their operation. So true, Puentes. All right, we got an anomaly, so here we go.
I have detected an anomaly.
Get them back to work. Boss will murder us if those weapons aren't ready. Get them back to work.
Launching probe.
Boss will murder us if those weapons...
Something on our sensors.
Anomaly detected. Scans show a crude base established on the planet's surface. Communications match known blood pack mercenary protocols. Numerous life signs matching Vorcha genealogy detected. The base's material resources match our data on weapons manufacturing components. All right, chat, you know what that means. All right, so if we got Vorcha, we're absolutely going to have Morden. And I think I actually might bring who do I want to take out? Maybe Thane? I think Thane's probably a good call. Let's bring Thane. $50,000 years ago sounds like Reapers, right? By the way, Psych Nurse, thank you for the follow 6 minutes ago. I appreciate it.
A large power source inside the base. It is probable that destroying it would disrupt the entire facility.
Okie dokie. Kalusk, you'll get your resources when they're good and ready. You want to come to mine these rocks yourself? Everything will be ready for the attack. If you'd gotten me the additional Vorcha I asked for, it would have been done by now. Salamu. Alright, Salamu. You sound like you're pretty hardcore, man. Come on, fellas. Kalusk, I'm sending back 2 of the Vorcha you sent me so that you can see what I'm dealing with out here. I suggest you not arm these morons. These piss-poor shots are more likely to blast the broadside of one of your generators than hit their intended targets. Maybe once you understand what I'm dealing with, you won't be so quick to mock me when I ask for some goddamned assistance. Salam. Good night, madame. Alrighty. Is that a Vorcha over there? Looks like it. Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm not trying to start problems. I'm just here to see what y'all are up to. I'm not... Oh, shit. Oh, boy. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to charge this guy or not. I think I actually might have to, and we're gonna pray. Oh, boy. Oh, I can't charge? Well, alright. That was lucky. That was real lucky, friends. This is a very vulnerable position. Okay, that porch is done. Okay. I really hope they're not just coming out indefinitely here.
Excellent targeting.
All right, we're fine. Kalusk, some of my Vorcha have gone missing. I need more if you expect us to get this work done on schedule. I don't care how you get them. Ask Graham for his extras. He has to have some cast-offs that are good enough for mining duty. What's going on here? Medkit, that's welcome. Avi, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. I gotta say, you know, for them talking mad shit about the Vorcha, these really seem to be able to hit their targets. Oh, shit.
Fire imminent.
Let's go.
Headshot.
All right, not bad. Don't think I haven't forgotten about your contract with Raid Shadow Legends. I noticed you haven't hit your numbers for that house in Cali yet. Not yet. I'm working on it, Avi. Oh, what a callback. God. All right. What up, Vorcha?
Inbound.
Dude, this hand cannon wrecks. This thing is absolutely nutty. Oh, shit. What's up, Kalusk? Oh, boy. Oh. Okay. Well, let's do this.
Do the trick.
Okay. That was a little close. A little closer than one might want. Guys, can you get out of my way, please?
Moving
Guys,
out of line of fire.
move out of the line of my walk, please. Thank you. Okay. Extra shotgun shells is clutch, by the way. I'm very happy about that.
Suggest taking a closer look.
Kind of your boss here, dude. You best bump them numbers up. Also, what's with the reskin Destiny 2? Hey. We're going classic. I guess are we just gonna blow this up? It really looks like I'm probably gonna just blow this up.
Situation suggests retreat advisable.
Ah, get out of here. So we should leave. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. We gotta go.
This is valuable.
Okay. Cool. Score one for the Pinks. Way to believe. Way to believe. Erlarast. My name is Madro now. That's right. It's Madro. Good to see you, Major Man-Eater. Dazatab, an ice giant. Dazatab, Skywarden, has a bluish tinge from its hydrogen-methane atmosphere. Its axial tilt causes its seasons to vary wildly in temperature. Cool. Talisphia. Talisphia is a planet capable of supporting life if that life happens to breathe ammonia. Discovered by Asari explorers, the planet was used as a bargaining chip by the Citadel Council, who quickly drafted a colonization agreement with its wealthy client race, the Volus. The Council would fund the Volus colonization effort in return for massive trade benefits. With uncharacteristic enthusiasm, an enormous Volus influx ensued. The Council reaped the economic benefits for a dozen years before the colonization bubble burst. Today, the economic good times on Talisphia are long gone, and modern Volus businesses are cutthroat operations. Piracy is a grave threat to shipping, as well-armed criminals see the Volus as easy prey. Bovis Tor. Named the Shining Sea in Old Volus language, Bovis Tor is so named for its boiling surface rich in glowing hot alumina, flecked with dark ridges of carbon. Its thick atmosphere of nitrogen and oxygen is no indicator of life since the temperatures are simply too high. Alright, another cluster down. Chat, we are burning through it. This is feeling good. Feeling good. Shrike Abyssal is done. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty. Alright, Crescent Nebula. What's up, Corgi? Can you see who has a lot of watch hours? If you put exclamation point follow time, but I don't know that it shows watch hour. Well, yeah, it does. It shows when you've been following from Corgi. But watch hours? No, not really. I have no way of knowing who watches me more than anybody else. Zeline. Galon is surrounded by an extensive ring system. The inner rings are composed of pulverized, nano-manufactured carbon materials, thought to be the remains of an Erythini helium-3 mining infrastructure. Oh, I know who that is, Corby. I know who that is. I didn't sign a contract with Raid Shadow Legends. There's an inside joke around here that I will literally never take a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, and I know who that is. They were coming in on a secondary account, so it's all good. Few pieces of larger debris is found in intricate materials technology. Or was that you? If that was you, then you're not who I thought you were. I thought it was Chintzy. Unless you are Chintzy and you change your name to Corgi, but I don't think you are. The outer rings consist of water, ice, silicate dust, and an odd bit of rock. Analysis of the debris often shows shock damage and evidence of rapid heating. Some para-historical theorists insist that the outer rings represent debris from a moon or moons destroyed by a mass accelerator bombardment. This has been rejected by every reputable xenoarchaeologist. While it is theoretically possible to destroy a small moon utterly with dreadnought bombardment, no species sees a compelling reason to do so. So Corgi, if that was you, you got me. Well done. Ifo. Ifo is a rocky world with an atmosphere of oxygen and carbon dioxide. There are large craters scattered across its surface, obviously from hypervelocity kinetic impactors. Stretching between these locations are the shattered remains of magnetic Leviathan rail lines, which strongly suggest the craters represent the former locations of Erythini mining outposts and other settlements. The equatorial region contains an extensive network of canyons formed by the planet's abundant liquid water. Travel advisory. Ifo's atmosphere is approximately 41% carbon dioxide at sea level. This level is 4 to 6 times that necessary to render most species unconscious within a few minutes of breathing it. Breathing masks must be worn at all times when on the surface of Ifo. Yeah, I mean, plus Major Mountain Eater, the game just sucks. It just doesn't
Have
look fun.
detected an anomaly.
All right. Helium. Helium is a post-garden world that once enjoyed an Earth-like oxygen nitrogen atmosphere. It is blessed with plentiful water, but a generally cold climate. Extreme seasonal shifts, courtesy of a 38-degree axial tilt. Helium is thought to be the homeworld of Arthan, a spacefaring species which disappeared approximately 300,000 years ago. Precisely what happened to Helmia is still under debate. It appears a global extinction occurred, wiping out all native animal life forms more complex than zooplankton. Planet forms were not affected, but the lack of oxygen-breathing life caused oxidation of the atmosphere, or oxygenation of the atmosphere. Planet life was reduced after lightning storms ignited global wildfires. The leading theory for Helmia's destruction is an out-of-control biological weapon. For this reason, landing is strictly prohibited. Corporations of Ilium have been placed a network of quarantine satellites to dissuade would-be looters from landing on the crumbling cities. So, of course, we're gonna land.
All units report to ready stations for possible anti-invasion protocol. Repeat, unidentified ship detected in orbit. All units report to ready stations for possible...
Hi, Mel.
Launching
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Scans have found something.
Anomaly detected. Mercenary activity detected inside a mining facility on the planet's surface. Facility confirmed registered to Eldfell Ashland Energy Corporation. Eclipse presence confirmed. Distress beacon powered down at site. Sensors detect multiple spacefaring vessel launches from the facility. Uh-oh. Time to take the boys. Got my second shot on Wednesday and I've been pretty okay. I'm glad to hear that. All right, let's do this. Hey, I remember those bugs. Cargo computer. Shipping log. Cargo ship Terralon docked and received a large shipment of resources en route to a facility in the Dranic system. Terralon requested escort for the shipment, claiming pirate activity along the route. Okie dokie.
Grabbing cover.
Taking cover. Taking.
Oh! Shit. There we go. That's how you get it done. On a real note, though, I agree with you. I'm just trying to rejuvenate a dead meme. I like it. Zoiku, good to see you. My buddy had a sponsorship with them for his YouTube channel. They were terrible to him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never really heard any good things, and the game sucks. So why would I promote a game that I think is shitty? Cool. 5 minutes. What do we got in here? All right, let's go out here. Because I'm clearly supposed to go in there. So let's go over here in true RPG fashion. Holy shit, Dr. Mick could go back. To what? Why am I going back? When you were doing the raid? Really? Alert! We are under mercenary attack. Escort civilians to crew quarters, then return to the work area to protect the main computer at all costs. Wonder what the main computer has. boy. Oh shit. Did I do a vote for this one? No, I didn't. Damn. Uh-oh. Oh, that was badass. It was badass. That's how it's done. Shoot, follow the bullet, hit, second shot. Easy peasy, baby.
One down. One down.
Nice. All right. We're clear? We're clear. On YouTube, you can click an option in the ad to not see it again. It will ask why I always mark raid as irrelevant. Seems reasonable to me. I don't know. I mean, I've never played it. I've only watched it, and I just think it looks boring, and they're pretty relentless with reaching out to people. It just seems sort of like they prey on people who are early on streamers that, you know, really want to, like, try to make some money off their stream and are looking for opportunities to pair with stuff. And it just makes me wonder, like, who's playing Raid Shadow Legends enough and whaling that game that they can afford all the contracts that they afford with people. Would be fascinated to know. Bridge control. Oh. We'll see if that was a good idea. Shipping log. Cargo ship Terralon docked and received a large shipment of resources en route to a facility in the Dranic system. Terralon requested escort of the shipment, claiming pirate activity along the route. Encrypted data. Location of last report from Terralon encrypted. Decrypt. Good. All right. Well, figures that I probably have to kill people while this decrypts. That's fun. What's up, friends?
Taking heavy fire.
Wrecked. Whoa. Oh shit. All right. They're coming from over there.
Killed that one.
Whoa. Yeah. Where else you at? Oh man. How many of these guys are there? All right, that's the commander guy, so I think we probably are hopefully close. Oh, this is perfect art projector time. Oh no, no, no. Oh.
for matter. Get the cover! Engaging hostiles!
Ah, what? There we go. There we go.
We need a fuel die next! Watch for fire!
Okay, that guy's done. Got it. Follow time only works with your own username, Corgi. Further details are required to trace Terralon's location. The data has been sent to servers for further analysis. Okie dokie. That charge shotgun combo, I know, it's fabulous. Guess shotgun is best shotgun. Zachopotamus, thanks for the follow 8 minutes ago. I appreciate it.
Hey yourself, pretty lady. Good morning.
Repespada, thank you for the follow. Nepima, tidally locked to the star Zelene. Nepima has expected hot pole and cold pole. Along the Terminator is a thin band of nearly habitable terrain. Unfortunately, the local biosphere is based on a chlorinated oxygen atmosphere. It is not sophisticated, but has proven highly dangerous. The starry surveyor Viralis landed on Nepima in 1684 to study the local ecology. Unbeknownst to the crew, a handful of native chlorine-fixing microbes passed through biohazard screening and entered the ship. The Viralis returned to the port of Nos Parnalo on Ilium, where the Nepimen microbes escaped into a temperate environment with plentiful unused chlorine. Microbes devoured the chlorides in the earth. As metabolic byproducts, they produced toxic polychlorinated bifidus, PCBs. By the time the infestation was contained, an area of nearly 30 square kilometers had been effectively turned into a toxic waste dump. Nos Parnalo had to be abandoned, accelerating the development of Nos Astra. Disable the blood pack relay. Okie dokie. Holy shit, it's already almost 1:30? That's nuts. A common methane ammonia gas giant, Zetic is best known for the infamous Kalthor camp. Established on the ice moon of Gellis, Kalthor was a Blue Suns hostile environment training facility run by a cadre of former Batarian Special Intervention Unit operators. In 2168, a cluster-ride scandal broke out when it was revealed that the mortality rate of the recruits sent to the camp might be as high as 18%. Investigation by Asari authorities based on Ilium uncovered group graves around the facility containing the remains of several hundred recruits dating back 2 decades. The camp was immediately closed and the remains sent back to their worlds of origin. An inquest by the Blue Suns found the Batarian commandos had used harsh training methods, but these were consistent with their own training to join the SIU. The Batarians were exonerated, though Kalthor was shut down, and they were reassigned to other units. As the Crescent Nebula is beyond the sphere of Council law, no civil charges could be filed against the Blue Suns. Dorei. Dorei is a large hot world with poisonous atmosphere of acidic nitrogen oxides. While the planet's too close to Lasarn for it to condense and fall as rain, this makes the environment too hostile for forms of life more sophisticated than bacteria to evolve. Good night, Night Elf. Thank you for being here, friend. Always appreciate having you here. And cheers to all of you for hanging out tonight. I know tonight is not the most story-rich entry in the Mass Effect 2 series here. We're just sort of knocking out a bunch of side quests and reading about planets, but very enjoyable for me. I hope it's been relaxing for you. It's great to have so many of you here hanging out for it. Untanta. Untanta is remarkably close to Earth. Its orbital distance is similar, and while slightly larger, its reduced density yields similar mass, atmospheric pressure, and gravity. There the similarities end, for Lucerne is a hot class F star emitting over 8 times the energy of Sol. Untanta is a parched wasteland, its water long since boiled away into its nitrogen carbon dioxide atmosphere. A handful of mining outposts dot the hellishly hot surface. Crews remain in underground bunkers, sending remotely controlled machines out at night to do surface work and load cargo for shipment. It includes all 3, Corgi. All 3. But we haven't played 3 yet. We're on 2. There are no spoilers for 3 allowed. Or for 2. But it's a great purchase. It's definitely worth it if you haven't played it, or even if you have. John Tan is a fairly standard close-orbiting Pegasus gas giant, orbiting the star Lucerne at high velocity and heated to temperatures of over 1,000 degrees. Analysis of its orbit has revealed a core of heavy elements with a mass double of that of the planet's hydrogen-helium atmosphere. Yeah, all the DLCs are included except for Pinnacle Station on Mass Effect 1, because they lost the source code for it.
Anomaly detected.
Tereth. Tereth is broadly Earth-like, with a fatal flaw. It has a relatively high amount of chlorine in its atmosphere, the reason for the greenish haze that becomes apparent when looking at the horizon. Chlorine has become a vital component in Tereth's plant life. As a defense mechanism against native herbivores, many species evolved the ability to release clouds of toxic chlorine when disturbed. This gas is heavier than the atmospheric oxygen and tends to settle in low places. While avoidable, this has placed Tereth near the bottom of lists for colonization. There are intermittent signals originating in the heart of such large chlorine swamp. They appear to be coded, though it is not impossible that they are garbled distress signals from a downed civilian ship. How do you lose the source code for your product? I don't know. I can't remember if it's lost or if it was corrupted. I actually think it might have been corrupted, and BioWare said that it was going to take way too many resources.
Launching probe.
Like, it was either, I shouldn't go around saying that. It was either lost or corrupted, but they were like, yeah, this is way too much time and resources for us to get this in. Because I think they outsourced that DLC.
Launching probe. Probe away.
Pinnacle Station wasn't good anyway. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it either. Preliminary scans indicate a high-powered communications relay on the planet. Communications match known blood pack mercenary protocols. A concentration of Krogan and Vorcha signals are massed inside what appears to be a mining operation. Life signs detected. Unknown species. Advise caution. Let's go. Morden. Thane. Let's go, boys.
The nearby beacon towers may serve as a navigational contingency.
Okay. Beacon.
What happened here? Problematic.
Good question, Morden. Attention all workers, stop chipping away at this node. There's nothing left here to mine. Move on to the other sites now. Okay.
Toxin concentrations exceeding safe levels. Proceeding with caution.
Good thing we've got helmets. Something tells me some bad shit's about to happen.
Inbound.
Hey!
Do the trick.
That's fun.
Easy shot.
This way. Boom. I do not like those. And we gotta go all the way up there? Come on, fellas.
Why were they here?
I don't know, Morton. That's why we're here. We're here to find out.
Signs of recent fighting.
Attention all workers, fall back now. Evacuation shuttles are on the way. Anyone not at the gathering site when the shuttles arrive will be left here with those damned bugs. It seems maybe the local fauna were not happy to have these guys here. Yeah, let's be careful in talking about story and stuff, friends. You guys are doing fine, but just be careful, please.
Enjoy.
Solomul, I can't get any more Vorcha from Omega. Garm has his own problems. You're gonna have to man up and deal with this on your own. Maybe build a beacon path. I bet those damn Vorcha are just wandering off in the fog and getting lost. Man, people really don't respect the Vorcha, do they? Raw material. Take. Thermal clips. That's helpful. Let's go up the mountain. Where are we going?
Yourself, pretty lady.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Farrell. Appreciate it. I will say, for as much as I don't like those things, they're not actually that difficult to kill, which is kind of nice. But I want to go up here. No, I don't. All that for a little platinum, huh? Serves me right. Good night, DL. Appreciate you, friend. Well, what's up, Lindsay Hot Wheels? How are you? There we go. All right, something tells me some shit's probably about to go down. I hear gunshots. Watching you has made me want to play Vanguard again. It's fun. A little bit tricky on insanity, but it's definitely a good time. Unless you're a knucklehead like me and you just run barging in like that. Oh boy. Let's light that Vorcha up. Alright, Ryan. Just chill. Arc projector. He's gonna charge.
Burn nicely.
Oh, we're doing this. Okay. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. That was an accident to charge there. I wanted to not charge there. You gonna play any Halo? Probably. I don't know that I'll play much of it online though, or on stream. Just take this beacon down. Job done. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Yay, the flusher worked. Go me for fixing it. Whew, has Halo Infinite come out? No, not yet. All right, my Sooth. Farthest from the dim red dwarf Ondeste, the ice dwarf Mainsooth has attracted no interest beyond a cursory flyby by automated probe in 1874. No significant resources were noted. Acaria. Although nearly the size of Earth, Acaria maintains only 28% of its mass. It has a trace atmosphere of neon and molecular nitrogen, but the predominant carbon dioxide has long since frozen and fallen to the surface as frost. While Acaria has a core of heavy metals, the bulk of the planet's volume consists of water ice. Several unique forms of long-chain carbon molecules have been recovered on the surface, pushed up from beneath the ice by cryovolcanic processes. Acaria has a large rocky moon, compositionally similar to Luna. Yeah, Sneaky Noodle, they're doing Battle Pass the right way. I will give them lots of credit for that. Zasmini. Cold, dim, and shrouded by a methane ammonia atmosphere, Zasmini is nevertheless attractive development by Asari mining concerns that service military industries. There are significant loads of valuable light metals present, including titanium and lithium. Titanium is the primary material used in mass accelerator slugs, and lithium is used in military-grade droplet heat radiators and used aboard warships. It's like a level progression system that gives you like tiered rewards and stuff floaty. Basically incentivizes people to play the game more. If I had to come up with planet names for so many planets, I'd end up with like Bob, Bob 2, also Bob, Bob, Canadian Bob, Kevin, right? I also like that BioWare kept it consistent with like sort of like the naming types based on like who found it and like colonized it and stuff. I just think the amount of consistency and stuff they have with all that is really great. All right, Ismar Frontier, Minos Wasteland. Jeez. All right, we're getting there, chat. We are getting there. Go to Relic. Look, oh my god, look at all this. Jeez, this is a huge system. Praying Mouth. A hydrogen-helium gas giant praying mouth is a ship-killing enigma, the Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. There are many theories why ships never return from there. Undetectable space debris, old disruptor torpedoes and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war, even miniature black holes. But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be happenstance. Travel advisory. Due to the large number of ships lost when attempting to discharge their drive cores in Praying Mouth, the Relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. Super badass. It's so badass. Beach Thunder. Beach Thunder lives and dies at the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. A best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized the story of the miners on the planet. It follows the Hanar and Drell robo-miners competing with Krogan and Vorcha, who simply put on environment suits and lays the titanium out more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed says, accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance served up fast. Rough Tide. A dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm, Rough Tide was so named when large veins of platinum and palladium were struck, and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. Hanar police and their Drell enforcers clashed with Krogan and Vorcha in an ugly series of race riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept a shaky peace since then. Love it. Island Wind. A large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breezes that come off the archipelagos of Kaji in the morning. As tumultuous as any other Jovian giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers. First Land. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. A thriving community of Drell and Hanar make their homes in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when 50-hour days and nights are driving them mad. Fitful Current. Fitful Current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the Relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, Fitful Current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. Hanar robo-miners have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits in its depths. And Murky Water. Despite the name, Murky Water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. Its name is a literal translation from the original Hanar, who consider murky water a sign of danger. Murky water has a hazy, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings the surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited, its gravity and temperature too high to bother. Murky Water's my stage name? You know, Justus, I thought that sounded familiar. It's been on my bank statements for months. Glad to know that, glad to know it's not just a black hole. Vast. A small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, vast in its moon, served as an Eclipse mercenary company's fallback position after the defeat on Neath. Once they had gathered their strength, they leaked a false position to the Nestic Consortium to lure them into a trap, which devolved into a pitched battle. Both sides claimed victory. Nahist lost more ships, but could afford the setback in a way Eclipse could not. I'm your only fan, Juice. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing all right tonight.
I have detected an anomaly.
Cold and dry, Neath has a thin nitrogen atmosphere and vast salt flats at its equator, which is warm enough for liquid water to pool during the summer period. The revealed salt is collected and sold to sodium-poor planets for agricultural purposes. During the Ahur rebellions, Neath was a staging ground for Eclipse ships and was the site of their first defeat, when enemy Nahist surprised and routed them with superior force. Some wreckage from the battle can still be found on the planet today. What's up, Null Talent?
Beacon process interrupted. Translation error. Status of...
Probe away.
We got an anomaly.
I have found something.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans indicate wreckage of a merchant freighter. Configuration unknown. Damage to the ship is catastrophic. Detecting movement, but no signs of organic life. Uh-oh. That sounds like a tally mission to me. Null talent. This is actually when I'm normally on. I usually stream from about 9:30 p.m. Pacific time until about 1 to 2 a.m. And tonight, since it's Saturday night, and because I'm feeling good, we're going a little later than usual. So, welcome aboard. All right, what's going on here? System status report. Examine. Engineering. Engineering status. Compromised. Catastrophic damage to primary and secondary cores. Element 0 exposure levels critical. Fuel leaks throughout the engineering deck. Navigation status. Critical. Manual control of navigation impossible. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Sensor status. Compromised. Short range sensors offline. Unsafe planetary proximity detected at 0700 hours. Life support. Compromised. Life support returning to safe levels. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Shields. Normal. Shields holding at 100% integrity. No shield breaches detected. VI network. Compromised. Combating potential contagion. VI control of critical systems locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Communication status compromised. Damaged communications array critical. Activating distress beacon. I'm gonna go to bed. Have Church and Father's Day stuff? Alright, have a good night, Super Chip. Oh god, my new anxiety meds have bouts of insomnia. Guess you'll have my new content viewer while brain chems settle down. I'm happy to be that for you, Null Talent. Welcome in. Yes, adjusting to meds can be a pain in the ass sometimes. This doesn't seem good. This seems like bad things are gonna happen here. Navigator's log.
Captain, short-range sensors just went offline and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI is reporting malfunctions all over the ship.
Uh-oh. Oops, it's all crunchberries aboard the ship. You know what I mean? I actually don't like the all crunchberries cereal. Not great.
Attention all hands. We are on a collision course and losing systems fast. Report to the escape pods immediately. This is not a drill.
Shipping manifest. Reflective mech armor X6378. 14 crates of reflective mech armor X6378. Source, Jerahi Station. Destination, ERCS facility. Loki mechs. 180 Loki mechs. Source, Han-Kadar Experimental Mechanics Division. Destination, ERCS facility. YMIR mech. 1 YMIR mech. Source, Han-Kadar Experimental Mechanics Division. Destination, ERCS facility. Not great. I don't know that I'm a fan of that because that sounds like things that we might have to fight. Damaged mech parts. Got them. That just doesn't look great. Absolutely gorgeous. All this work for a side mission. It's awesome. Security report.
We've got a problem in the cargo bay. Marcus says the mechs in the containers are activating and self-destructing. Go check it out.
Ain't good. Escape to the shuttle. Fight through the army of mechs and reach the shuttle to escape. Oh, Lord.
Go for the optics, Tutti. Go for the...
Rerouting power. Backup systems.
Oh boy, this is good. Oh man, I have completely forgotten about how awful this mission really is. Oh boy. Not great. Shepard, no.
Go get them, Sissy.
Can't reach the target.
Unbelievable. I can't believe I just survived that. I cannot believe I just survived that. That is absolutely insane. Holy crap.
Storm activity has reduced visibility to 65.
We have to go.
Oh my god, we got it on the first try. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. That one's right up there with the stupid ass shipping crate one, man. Oh shit. All right, we got it done. That was good. Sobek. A hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, Sobek's low-G moons were the sites of many Batarian labor camps during the Anhur rebellions, generating raw materials for the war. When the slaves were finally liberated by Eclipse, the mercenaries found abysmal conditions, including whole camps that lacked Mass Effect fields to keep the gravity at habitable levels. The widespread bone loss among the slaves was part of their master's final degradation. It would cripple them if they ever left for a standard gravity world. The plight of the slaves soon garnered galactic media attention, and several charities sprang up to pay for their physical therapy and find them gainful employment. Eclipse, normally reviled for their cutthroat tactics and criminal employees, found themselves painted as heroes. The mercenary company still retains an office on Sobek's moon, Hecate, out of nostalgia as much of the business strategy. Yeah, right, Vol? Like, I'm just, like, running around doing whatever the hell I want. He's just like, dude, Shepard, I really need you to go get that Reaper IFF, my dude. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to have entered a moon system within the last billion years, Sekhmet was the site of an important battle with the Anhur rebellions. When the Eclipse mercenary company sought to capture the refueling stations to deny the rebel supplies, a freighter wing hiding in Sekhmet's rings ambushed them. Eclipse suffered heavy initial losses but destroyed 2 rebel carriers and forced them to retreat into FTL. This was considered the high watermark of the rebellion. At no point after the Battle of Sekhmet did the rebels have a victory. Today, Sekhmet is home to the refueling stations in a small war memorial in orbit of the planet's L5 Lagrange point. No spoilers. No talking about Mass Effect 3, Null. This is a spoiler-free run. A garden world with heavy populations of humans and Batarians, Anhur was home to one of the ugliest violations of sapient rights in modern human history. A consortium of corporations and corrupt politicians fearing Batarian economic competition due to their custom of legal slavery passed a resolution that abolished the minimum wage, effectively re-legalizing slavery on a human-dominated world. Opponents of the motion quickly turned to activism and violence. A civil war erupted as one side sought to end slavery throughout the system and another, primarily Batarian faction called the Nasit, sought to keep the slaves they had. The Anhur rebellions raged from 2176 to 2178. The Nahesit had a significant advantage in ships, labor, and weapons, forcing the Anher militias to hire mercenary companies to even the odds. In the end, the abolitionists won out, though at the cost of much of their infrastructure. Though Anher today still has significant natural wealth, it is economically depressed, save for the reconstruction industry. Malgus. Flet. Uninhabitable by most species, Flet is home to the Blood Pack's Vorcha training and breeding grounds. The thick atmosphere is nearly all nitrogen and lacks oxygen, which poses no hazard to the Vorcha. Needing little but imports of food and water, Vorcha mercenaries and mercenaries-to-be train religiously to overpower and kill whoever the company is at war with at this time. Travel advisory. Flet spaceports are wholly owned subsidiaries of the Blood Pack Mercenary Company, a corporation undergoing numerous criminal investigations for capital crimes. Civilian traffic to Flet is strongly discouraged. Uzin. Named for one of the many Krogan gods of vengeance, Uzin is a gas giant close enough to its orange sun that none of its moons are considered habitable. Its composition is largely hydrogen and methane, with traces of xenon that the Krogan collect and use for ion drives. Uzin is well within the frost line, where gas giants usually do not form, leading astronomers to believe that its orbit used to be further from the star. If so, this would indicate a seriously unstable orbit, and the planet may plunge into its star within a few million years. Rill. A planet only a Vorcha could love. Rill is notable for its near-miss climate, punishing heat and a thin, toxic methane-ethane atmosphere. Its surface is dotted with Krogan and Vorcha habitats, eking out a meager living off the planet's tin and copper deposits and killing anyone who cuts into their products.
Not even me.
Travel advisory. Krogan can survive in the heat with the use of a breath mask. All other species require environmental suits to avoid heat exhaustion and burns. Liquid water can be found in large lakes on the surface. This can be used for thermoregulation, but is not potable without processing. Alliance Bulletin. Large-scale gang warfare is a regular occurrence on Rill. Civilian travel, not advised. Bianca! Hello, friend. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Those of you coming along with the lovely and fabulous Bianca May. I am Dr. Mick. I'm a licensed couple and family therapist. I have a PhD in human development, and this is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games. Right now, a spoiler-free run of Mass Effect 2. And talk about mental health, psychology, therapy, and more in an effort to destigmatize those things and bring information to people who wouldn't otherwise have it in a responsible and ethical way. Bianca's a fabulous streamer. Y'all are welcome to check her out. She's also a great mod here. I hope you had a wonderful stream, Bianca. Would love to hear what you were up to. Tonight we're doing Galaxy Garbage Collection. We're going around, we're reading all the planet lore, and we're taking on some side quests. So, welcome in. Antagar. Charted by a Solarian mining expedition that went off course due to a computer error, Antagar is a hydrogen and helium gas giant with 11 known moons and dusty rings. Is there a planet in the asteroid belt? No. Jirahi Station. Site intel retrieved. Location coordinates. Jirahi Station, Strabo System, Eagle Nebula. Data mining confirms the last reported location of merchant freighter MSV Corsica and the Jirahi Station in the Strabo System. Possibility exists that clues pertaining to the anomaly that caused the mass malfunction of the mechs aboard the Corsica can be found aboard Jirahi Station. Stream went well. Did a div run of Garden of Salvation, then chilled out some seasonal Destiny content. How's your stream going? It's going well so far. Having an enjoyable experience. Can't complain. A lot of reading. I feel like I've been reading bedtime stories for people all night. It's pretty great. Oof. Dr. Mick said History of the Galaxy. No kidding. This is not great. Locked by the station VI. Oh boy. EDA. Let's read it. Dr. Galwind. At my suggestion, we've cut power to all systems, save critical life support, in hopes that disabling these systems will deny the VI the resources it needs to kill us. She needs to kill us. This is a temporary solution. We cannot last out on our own. The VI is a she. Might as well start reading audiobooks. I know, tonight kind of feels like I have been. Welcome. Please proceed to processing. I'd rather not. Refined iridium. I'll take that. But docking area power. Restore power.
Docking area power restored.
Thank you, Station VI. Sweetie
Intruders
Pie.
requested to report to the cargo doors for immediate removal from station. Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area.
You don't know that. Dr. Galwind, my firm belief is that the VI is paranoid about the possibility of infection. Its current homicidal behavior is likely out of an inflated desire to keep us from shutting it down. I believe that the VI is malfunctioning and that it believes that our equipment to be infected by a virus. If we continue to try to shut her down, she will keep trying to destroy us. Maybe our only recourse is to just do nothing and convince her that we're not a threat. Dr. Tallis. Oh, I read that as a Solarian. That's not a Solarian. That's a human. Whoops. Not, just pretend she's a Solarian. Power outage detected in the station. Mainframe is locked for security purposes. Okie dokie. My immersion. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Juice. I have failed you all. I did that last night too. Didn't I rate something as a Hanar, but it was actually a Volus? I'm the worst. All right. PDA. Attention all docks personnel. We are expecting a shipment of mech parts from the Han Kadar facility on Capping. Haskins, Titan Nebula. Make sure the VI knows to accept a docking request from the freighter MSV Corsica. Hennings. This ship is neat. Med kit. Doesn't bode well. Living quarters control.
Living area power restored. The living area doors have been closed to quarantine a threat to this station. Advise intruders to engage self-destruct procedures to avoid death by starvation.
Station control.
2 doors enabled. 5 doors enabled.
Wasn't even hard. Almost like I knew what to do. Okay. Personal locker. Cool. Let's just steal everybody's money. You know, they do say you don't take it with you. Jesus. I want to know what happened here. They're dead. It's not like they're going to need it. Right. Exactly. You don't need money in the...
All intruders intentionally violating quarantine are requested to exit the station immediately.
I'm not doing it intentionally. I promise.
Plasma venting in progress. Attempting to reach the maintenance controls will most likely result in serious injury or death.
Well, that's not good. Kennings, I'm positive that the trouble with our VI started after the Corsica docked with us. Taliesin is looking into the VI itself. In the meantime, I need you to go through the logs and find out everything that was on that ship. A little more money. All right. Oof. That was close.
I'm taking fire.
Oh, shit.
All attempts to decontaminate station have failed. Require more power to escalate defenses.
Go, 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 go.
Maintenance area power restored.
As Garrus and Morden just run through the plasma. Man, this would be so creepy.
There have been 4 fatalities on this station in the last week. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility.
I don't want to say 4 sounds low, but 4 kind of seems a little low.
Research area power restored. Beam engaged. Testing area has been locked down according to protocol M29-2. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned.
Wait, which one is that turning? Oh, there we go.
Reflective armor prototype repositioned.
Here we go. Oh, it's the far one. There we go.
Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Testing area has been unlocked. All personnel take this opportunity to leave the station immediately.
I will do that. After I shut you down. You know?
Hub area power restored. Central mainframe access granted. Docked vessel detected. Attempting to upload central programming into docked
No.
vessels.
No, 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 no.
Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area. This is a secure zone. Please leave this station immediately.
No.
I regret to inform you that all attempts to defend the station have failed. Shutting down security protocols.
A job well done, chat. We did it. Because I can hack. Nice. Man, Eagle Nebula was involved. We used up a lot of fuel doing that. FBI screen was creepy as hell. I agree. Holy crap. All right. Minos Wasteland. We are flying. Fortis.
I have detected an anomaly.
Aquitas. Home to the famous Iron Canyons, Aquitas has reddish iron oxide dust, hematite, covering much of its surface, and significant blue cobalt deposits that freckle the terrain. Turian explorers have discovered hot springs in the polar ice caps, heated by magma in the planet's crust. In a strange combination of science and hucksterism. A small facility exports water from these springs, which is bottled and sold as having medicinal properties. The funds are then used to maintain a research station which has discovered some fossil evidence that Aquitas once harbored microscopic life based on deoxyribonucleic acids in these springs.
Beacon triggered by Universal Distress Protocol. Unregistered user or record damaged. Status is not known. Beacon triggered by Universal Distress Protocol.
Something on our sensors.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans report potential alien signatures from within the mining facility. Anomalous life signs detected. Whereabouts of facility staff unknown. It sounds like a job for Thane and Morden. Although I just brought a Drell onto a rainy planet, which maybe wasn't the nicest thing to do, but it happens. Oh, God. On second thought, I kind of wish I would have brought Grunt. Because if there are husks here, my boy is real good against them. But we'll be okay. If you're reading this, get the hell out of this place now. Oh, God. Hey, it was very nice of that person to leave that on the desk for me. Hey, don't come in here. Chances some Geth too? I sure hope not.
Just the thing to help.
A red one. Oh, no. Alright. If I can get thermal clips, that would be nice, because we're running low. Off the wall, Shepard. But there's a lot of husks in here. What the hell? Oh, God. Oh, God. Ooh. At least he self-destructs, I guess. Jesus. All right. I need thermal clip stat. There we go. Yeah, why would they carve? Ah, if he was dying, he wouldn't bother to write. Ah, he'd just say it. The castle. Ah.
Kira reveals them.
Just the thing to help.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. What you doing, Terry? Oh boy. Too many, man. Mine logs. Alien machine discovered. Smithson's men dug out some kind of alien machine today. Like nothing I ever saw. Called up some of my contacts and found out there's a market for this kind of thing. Looks like some squints over the Elnus Risk Control are willing to part with a ton of credits to get their hands on one of these things. Far be it for me to deny them a chance to pay me. How am I supposed to read these with this noise in the background? Strange glow. Cooper and Jorgensen say they saw a damned alien thing glowing, and hell if I'm going near it to prove them wrong. I don't get paid enough to expose myself to weird alien artifacts. I have to admit, though, that's an awful pretty sound coming from that back room. I'm just curious, chat. Cooper, Jorgensen, and them ain't doing so well. Not feeling so good myself either. Stay near the machine, feel better. Not sure I want to let them Atlantis folk take it. Think it should stay right here with us. doesn't sound promising.
Shepard, I detected powerful alien signature deep within the mines. It appears the device is the source of the husks. It is likely that destroying it will stop them.
Oh boy. Okay, so here's how we do this. We gonna run. And we're gonna find that stat. That would be this. Right. Later, fellas. Destroyed Reaper indoctrination device. That is terrifying. So all those husks were the humans that were there. They got indoctrinated by Reapers. My God. I'm glad we just went balls out in there and destroyed that. Pietas. Though Pietas has a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rights to the planet have been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the past 8 years. The running joke is that by the time the Council finally gives the go-ahead to colonize the planet, Pietas will have evolved life of its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere of mostly nitrogen and argon, Pietas could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cyanobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for easy fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down on Pietas to lay low or make repairs. Civilian travel is not advised. Surprised Tim didn't want to seize the damn thing. We destroyed it before he could even know about it. Vir. A pressure cooker planet with a thick, nitrogen-heavy atmosphere, Vir is largely ignored by the galactic community. Probes have revealed a crust of nickel and scorched carbon, both of which can be found in abundance elsewhere at far lesser temperatures. Dun, 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 dun. 2 planets. Temeraris. Invisible in Invictus's night sky is Temeraris, a planet named for the Turian spirit said to have inspired the crew of their first manned moon launch. A boiling hot rock planet, Temeraris is much hotter than its temperate neighbor due to a thick atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide and helium. Its hot surface is largely composed of boron. Surrounded by a thick dust cloud, Temeraris is often struck by small meteors, making exploration dangerous. Invictus. Home to dextroamino acid-based life, Invictus's temperate zones were settled by a Turian population that initially fell prey to a bewildering number of diseases. 2 decades after its first colony was founded, its population had reduced by half due to fatalities and a large colonist exodus. But when the Primarchs considered ceding the planet to robo-mining interests, the Turian statesman Shastina Empress ambitiously declared that she would start her own colony and double its population within 5 years. This effort succeeded, largely due to the colony's location in deserts with a minimal number of pest species. The image of Shastina's triumph in the frontier made for good political theater, and the Turian population poured in. The planet's tropical belt still remains largely unexplored, as its aggressive organic life still wreaks havoc on Turian biology. A house in Invictus jungle is a modern Turian phrase for an idea that seems like a good idea, but only to the one who came up with it. Invictus's atmosphere is primarily nitrogen and oxygen, and its surface crust varies, but has high concentrations of alumina and silver. Because it can support life easily, criminals from throughout the Terminus systems hide out in Invictus. Its official population is estimated to be half the number of sapiens that are actually on the planet. That's neat. I like the backstory of that. I also like that you get a little piece of Turian language there. Very, very cool. All right. Wowzers. Chat, we have arrived. I think the only one left is to do here, and I am not doing the Firewalker DLC. I don't find it to be fun. So we're gonna read the planets, but that's literally gonna be it. Because there's not really, so I don't know, Puentus or anybody who's here who is who recalls. I think I did Firewalker maybe one time, and I don't recall it having any real story bits to it. Is that true? Or is there enough story that it's worth me doing? Because I mean, I literally have only done it by like one time. And because I was like, this is lame. Asano. Asano is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant. 200 years ago, an independent Volus prospector found the mangled wreck of a Prothean starship trapped within the trailing Lagrange point. Few artifacts from the wreckage have been recovered. The prospector, Lumen Creop, was canny enough to keep the Hulk's existence, the Hulk's existence to himself. He sold its location to a Turian paleotechnology firm for nearly 1 million credits. Since then, Hisano's Lagrange points, rings, and moons have been combed over by fortune hunters seeking to strike it rich in the same way. Thus far, no additional artifacts have been recovered. Odest. Odest has an abundance of heavy metals and radioactives. It is heavily exploited by mining concerns based on helium. 43 years ago, a council specter arrived to investigate reports that the businesses were selling platinum, a strategic metal, to pirate groups in the Terminus system. The results of her investigation were never released, but no deaths were reported. Yeah, that's what I thought, Off-World. Malil is a common ammonia methane ice giant with 23 moons. It has no particularly distinctive features. I just remember it being like an excuse to drive the Hammerhead around. Like, it doesn't actually have like any cool story or anything like that. Salius's cratered surface is ancient. Parts of the highlands have been unchanged for nearly 3 billion years. The layers of overlapping craters stand as a testament to the violence of the system's creation. Salius is tidally locked to Elisa and has a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon, with helium occasionally blowing in via solar winds.
Anomaly detected.
Zeona has a thin atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and trioxide created by volcanic outgassing. There are traces of water vapor in the atmosphere, but over the last 5 centuries of observation, particle counts have decreased 4%. While not habitable by any spacefaring species, there's an abundance of native sulfur-devouring bacteria that thrives around the world's many volcanic vents. Interestingly, these bacterium bear genetic similarities to native life of Ilium, suggesting either a panspermia, spread of microbes via asteroids, or accidental contamination of the original environment by careless spacefarers. Yeah, we're not doing Firewalker. Okie dokie. So,
Fuel reserves at 50%.
this is beautiful. I am sort of blown away that it took 4 hours? 4 hours just to go around the galaxy. Oh, we haven't even done them all. We didn't even do Titan Nebula yet. Holy shit. Oh, baby. I guess the good news is this is the only planet here.
Anomaly detected.
Baked in the fierce heat of the white sun, Capping is a rocky, waterless world wrapped in a haze of hydrogen and ethane. Sulfur and iron give yellowish and black tinges to much of the planet's surface. No registered settlements appear in the records, though there are clearly metallic anomalies that indicate roofed structures.
The experimental mechanics facility is under quarantine. For your safety, do not dock.
Something on our sensors.
Anomaly detected. Surface scan detects mech production facility matching the registration parameters of Han Kadar Corporation. Facility reports emergency lockdown at this location. Personnel scans report no living beings detected. Hazard scans show a large number of virus-infected mechs quarantined within the facility. Deactivation of the primary production line controls should disrupt the creation of additional infected mechs. Let's do it. All right, so if we're taking down mechs, Morden's gonna be key, and honestly, I think we're gonna take, because I want to make quick work of these things, I think we're gonna take Miranda. Controversial, I know, and we're still not particularly cool with Miranda, but she's useful. And we're just gonna deal with bringing her along for this. Better than Kelly? Yeah. All right, shut down the factory. Let's do it. Oh boy. We got doggos.
Headed for combat. Just the thing to help.
That one hit.
Excuse me.
Friendly fire. Firing now.
Requesting assist critical system damage.
All right. Get up, Morden. Yeah, I mean, I respect Miranda for being as strong-willed as she is and for sticking to her guns. At the same time, the issue that I have with Miranda is very similar to the issue I had with Ashley, which is that she is monumentally abrasive toward the crew and at times jeopardizes the flow of the crew. Like when she gets into it with Jack, I lose a lot of respect for her in that moment because she of all people should probably like empathize with Jack instead. And maybe she does, but instead of actually using that empathy in a way that's useful and meaningful and can bridge the gap between her and Jack, she instead uses it to basically like demean Jack after she goes through a really vulnerable experience on Pragia. And I don't have a lot of respect for that. We're adults. You know, if you're going to demand a level of respect from me and from other people, you got to be able to give it too. And it just shows poor leadership in that moment in a way that I can't get behind. Attention! MX7552-4A OPU recall notice. Attention all personnel. Our new circuit board supplier has issued an immediate recall on the MX7552-4A obedience processor, which has been found to cause systematic breakdown of associated components. We've begun the search for a new supplier. In the meantime, discontinue use of the MX7552-4A until further notice. Dr. Rochelle, Director, Onkadar Experimental Mechanics. Good night, Mel. No response. Gianna. Just FYI, we lost contact with the MSV Corsica. After you expressed concern, I checked the logs, and indeed, the mechs and parts they picked up contained the recalled OPUs. We know the Corsica was headed for the Jirhi station on the Strabo system, but we can't seem to contact them. I hope they're all okay, but I think we've done all we can do at this point. Attention, emergency situation in progress. Dr. Talaras, I'm getting reports of mechs coming off our production lines and assaulting workers. Some of them seem to be self-destructing at random. Even units not initially installed with a faulty OPU are showing signs of viral infection. We're looking at a potential facility-wide catastrophe here. We are containing this as best we can, but we can't keep this suppressed much longer. When Dr. Rochelle learns about this, heads will roll. Mine will not be one of them. Announcement, facility lockdown. Dr. Talarasan, Dr. Rochelle has ordered a complete lockdown. You are hereby ordered to seal the production line access corridor from the rest of the facility. I realize that doing this will seal me and any workers who remain inside with the malfunctioning mechs. This does not affect your orders. It has been an honor to work with you. Jesus. Imagine making that order. Like you are trapped with these faulty mechs and you have to make the order to close me and the crew in. I guess I respect that the leader's gonna, lock themselves in. Jesus, what a terrible way to go.
See anyone else here?
Sure don't. Dr. Talarasan located. Chief, I've located the Asari, Dr. Talarasan, in the production line access corridor. We've set up a barricade and disabled access to the rest of the corridor. Chief, I secured Dr. Talarasan and I'm heading into the warehouse to access the production line control room. I'll update you once I'm in. Warehouse breach. Chief, I'm in the warehouse. It seems pretty empty. Sir, I can see out the control room just above the storage area. I might need a few minutes, but I'm pretty sure I can get that main production line shut down. So we are at a mech production facility, which tells me we're probably going to be fighting lots of them.
We're compromised.
All right.
Taking fire. Doesn't matter.
Oh boy.
Just for a night.
What?
Now let's finish you off.
Come on, Morden. Oh! I gotta save!
How's that one?
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! We're backing up. Backing up. Now we're dying here. Switch to the hand cannon. Man, this thing is so satisfying when you land shots. Wow. Wow.
Enemy down.
Wow. Alright, you good? Probably go shoddy here since we're going into close corridor. Still can't save, so that tells me that there's more enemies. Oh boy.
Taking heavy fire.
Oh boy. If one comes around that other corner, I'm in big trouble. Okay. Holy shit. Too many. This is too many. Oh my god. Whoa!
Rerouting power. Critical system damage.
Oh man, do these spawn infinitely and I just have to like run through them as fast as possible? I really hope not, because this is going to be brutal if so. But it is appearing to be the case.
Rerouting power.
Oh my god.
Shields have failed.
Rerouting power.
Oh, come on. Oh. That was so unlucky. This is going to be so hard. You sure, CJ? It feels like there's like a million of them. And it's never going to end.
Subdue and suppress. Hostile forces have engaged.
Good night, Vol.
Requesting assistance. Critical system damage. System failure. System failure. Allied force casualty. Rerouting power. Critical system damage. Hostile forces have engaged. Rerouting power.
Gotcha.
Critical system damage. System failing. Backup systems engaged. System failing. Backup systems in rerouting power. System failing. Requesting assistance. Failure. Critical system damage.
Incoming.
Dude, Morden, you can't stand behind me like that, buddy.
Wrong target.
Morden, come on, man. Holy shit.
Backup systems engaged.
This is nuts.
Allied force casualty. System failing. Rerouting power. Forces have engaged.
Oh my god, Morden.
Affirmative.
Right there.
Rerouting power offline. System failing.
This legitimately feels infinite. Like I
Offline. Hostile forces have engaged. System failing. Critical.
oh my god.
Requesting assistance.
Charge, Shepard. Oh. Oh, all right, maybe not. Of course, that happens as soon as I say that, which is fine.
Headed for combat.
Neutralization initiated.
Back up, back up. It's Morden. Oh my god, you're gonna get me killed, dude. Holy shit.
Just the thing to help.
Oh my god.
Rerouting power. Hostile forces have engaged.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh boy, here comes the big guy.
Requesting assistance. Systems failure.
Okay, we got a save point. Let's shut this place down. Come on, baby. We got out of there in 5 seconds, chat. That's how fast we are. All right.